official.
Welcome to the gold mine for beach women's basketball against Sacramento State. I'm Bruce Kuntz alongside JayDe Beaudry, and you're listening to 22 West Radio. Long Beach has dropped 3 straight games to open the season. All 3 losses have been by at least 20 points, with the last one being an 83-60 defeat against Cal Baptist on Wednesday. Head coach Amy Wright is still searching for a rhythm after 4 of the 5 beach starters from last year graduated in the offseason. Sophomore guard Jacoya Jones-Brown has scored in double figures all 3 games this year after she is coming off a freshman team All-Big West selection a season ago. This is the 2nd straight game that Long Beach is facing a future Big West opponent. Sac State has won 3 of their first 4 games to begin their last season in the Big Sky. Senior guard Benta Versteeg has led the Big Sky in assists the last 2 seasons and was named the conference's preseason MVP this year. JayDe, as the Beach search for their first win, they'll be looking for a quick start.
Absolutely, Bruce. We're going to learn a lot today from how Long Beach State starts this game. And here's a stat for you, 60-19. That's how much the Beach have been outscored in the first quarter alone to start this season. And while there are plenty of words to describe how Long Beach have started this season, one stands out, and that is growth. Coach Amy Wright emphasized after Wednesday's season home opener loss that this team has a high ceiling, but progress will take time. In the gold mine this afternoon, look for Jacoya Jones-Brown and Judy Oliva Fernandez to step up, as the Beach will have their hands full with the Hornets, who are red hot on Wednesday.
Yeah, they had a great game down in UC San Diego on Wednesday. They were 7 for 7 from beyond the arc as a team in the second quarter. It's a huge performance in that second frame, and really the whole game was led by Ruby Gray, the guard for Sac State. She wound up scoring 24 points in that win. Look for Ruby Gray to be a big scorer for them today, as well as Benta Versteeg as she's setting up the offense.
Yeah, Ruby Gray had the game of her life on Wednesday. Set career highs in minutes played, 3-pointers made, field goal percentage, rebounds, and blocks in that second quarter. As you mentioned, 7 for 7 from beyond the arc. In that game against UC San Diego, the Hornets made more 3-pointers than they have since 2019. A supremely impressive performance against a future Big West opponent.
These 2 teams faced off last year for the first time in 12 seasons before that matchup, and it was a great one up in Sacramento. The Beach wound up winning it 69-68, a tight victory, so we'll see if we can have a similarly exciting game here today. We are at the gold mine for the 2nd straight game here on 22 West Radio. Same situation as last night for the women's volleyball game. Got moved up here to the gold mine as the rain continues to fall and the Walter Pyramid continues to leak. So we're here in the old gym. The Beach played already 1 game here. That was the exhibition matchup with Point Loma that Long Beach wound up losing.
Yeah, that was a really tight game all the way towards the end. And as the season has officially started, these games for Long Beach State have not been close. They've been blown out in the first quarter and have to play from really big deficits going through quarters 2, 3, and 4. Sacramento State, they are a very good team. The #1 recruiting class in the Big Sky Conference this year. They have been able to break out in those second and third quarters. So we need the Beach to have a hot start today if we're going to have Amy Wright be a little happier in that post-game press conference.
Both teams are heading out on the floor. Long Beach in their home white uniforms. It's white jerseys, Long Beach State on the front. The numbers and the lettering all black with yellow accents. Also stripes down the side, black with yellow accents. Sacramento State in all dark green with their slate gold accents. Jump ball coming here. It goes up, and Sacramento State tips it back. They've got it secured by Abaria. And now here's the point guard, Benta Versteeg. She's up at the top looking for a pass. Averaged 6.5 assists last year. She drives to her left onto the elbow, now kicks up to the top for JayDe. She moves over to the right wing, hands off. Pickin with the ball. She drives in and kicks to the corner, but it's tipped out of bounds. Nice active hands from Pepe on defense.
Yeah, Kylie Pepe doing well when you're in man defense. The second pass away, you're just in help. She stays near the corner, gets active hands, and now the Hornets with 9 seconds to work with on the shot clock.
Ruby Gray to inbound it. She goes up to the top for Versteeg. She gets a screen on her right, 6 to shoot. Versteeg now goes behind the back into the key, goes to the corner, picked up by Picton. She's going to take a long 2. It's off the right side of the rim, and Kylie Pepe has the rebound. Nice defensive stand for the Beach to get the game going.
Kylie Pepe was ice cold on Wednesday, really got her game going on the glass.
Bounce pass down low. Judy Oliva Fernandez takes a fadeaway, but missed it. Ball almost got lost out of bounds by the Hornets, but Versteeg tracks it down. Now she goes up to the corner with a pass, right back to Versteeg on the wing. Now she settles it down at the top and swings to the corner for Picton. Picton moves up to the left wing, gets a screen on the right side. Abiara drives, bounce pass goes to her, but it's picked off by the true freshman, Brina Pukas for Long Beach State. Now she gets fouled. So Pukas, after the steal, brought it all the way across the timeline herself and then drew a foul.
Yeah, Brianna Pukas really has had, in Coach Amy Wright's words, a terrible start to this season. An incredible three-point shooter. The reason why she was recruited to this team, only 1 point on Wednesday. Look for her to get the ball early and often beyond the arc and hopefully let a few fly.
Foul one against Natalie Picton, the Montana State transfer. Kenenka has the ball, swing to Pukas, who gives to Jones Brown on the left side. Hand off to Oliva Fernandez. Now it goes to Pepe at the top. She hesitates, now drives towards the right block. Up and under, scoop layup is good. Off the glass, the Beach are on the board. They're up 2-0.
We mentioned Pepe's cold start. She was just 5 for 14 on Wednesday. Still, in garbage time, was able to tally 13 points and 9 rebounds.
Bruce Stake hands off to Picton. A screen on the left side from Abiara. Picton's going to pull a triple at the top. No good off the back iron. Long rebound goes out to Pepe at the top. She hands off to Jones Brown. Jacoya Jones Brown, the Atlanta native on the other side, picks up her dribble in the key and now passes out to the wing, and it'll fly out of bounds. Miscommunication between Jones Brown and Kenan Kaw. Kaw was moving to the corner, and Jones Brown thought she was going to stay put.
Yeah, these are a few of the growing pains we've started to see this season. Jacoya Jones Brown, in this sophomore season of hers, has the keys to the offense. Still working on using her voice, getting loud, and organizing everybody offensively.
Her Stake gives over to the wing, now pass down low for Abiara. She gives a hook shot but missed it. Jacoya Jones Brown with the rebound. Nice defense on the block despite a height disadvantage. Jones Brown now gives to Pepe. She's going to pull the three. No good off the back iron. Ball high in the air. Versteeg elevates and comes down with it. 2-0 Beach, 2 minutes in. Versteeg kicks to the corner. Here's a triple for Jate. It's good. Bottoms up, and there's an assist. First one of the game for Versteeg.
And now Sacramento State officially on the board. They've taken the lead here. Just over 7.5 minutes to go in the first quarter. It's 3-2 Hornets.
Jones Brown gets a couple of screens. She moves over to the right wing. Hornets ahead by 1. Now she swings up to the top for Pukas, who gives to Judy Oliva Fernandez. Oliva Fernandez with a spin move, lost it momentarily, picks it back up, goes up and under. Nice touch off the glass for Oliva Fernandez, who's on the board. Beach ahead 4-3.
Judy Oliva Fernandez stumbling beneath the basket, still able to make something happen on the reverse scoop and score. The Beach take the lead again.
Benta Versteeg directing traffic. Now she drives in, up and under with the left hand, missed it off the rim. Ball deflects out of bounds though, off of Kylie Pepe. So the Hornets will keep it from the baseline.
Yeah, Elizabeth Ibarra was in the area. She had her best rebounding performance of the year not too long ago, pulling down 5 rebounds against Nevada. Standing 6'2", she's going to be impactful in the paint tonight as Sacramento State will look for those mismatches down low.
Kiana Salavea, the 6'2" junior, subs in here for the Hornets. Bounce pass goes in, and it's stolen by Kylie Pepe right underneath the basket. Pepe makes up for the lost rebound with a steal. Pukas goes down low for Jones Brown. She's working on the right block. Goes up through a lot of contact and gets the foul. Bit of a late whistle there, but Jones Brown will get 2 free throws nonetheless.
Yeah, she's going one-on-one against Ruby Gray. That's a great height matchup for Jacoya Jones Brown, who at 5'6" finds herself in a lot of mismatches. Ruby Gray stands 5'10", so Jacoya Jones Brown sees the opportunity, puts her head down, gets some contact, and will now head to the line.
Ruby Gray at 5'10" as she picks up her first personal. First free throw for Jones Brown is good off the back iron. 5-3 Long Beach State. One more free throw for Jones Brown.
Yeah, and stacking these early points, even if they are coming at the charity stripe, is going to be so important for Long Beach State. They have not led this far into the first quarter at any point to start this season, up by 2, and Jones Brown would love to make it 3 right here.
Second free throw up and through. 2 for 2 on the trip to the line. Jacoya Jones Brown was all Big West freshman team last year. Now, Kenan Kaw lost her footing in transition, but is able to get up and find her spot again. It's Picton with the ball at the top. Pepe defending, and now a foul will be called off the ball. It goes against Brenna Pukas as she was fighting with Salavea for positioning down low.
Yeah, Salavea, 6'2", has a huge mismatch against Brianna Pukas, who stands just 5'6". Pukas trying to let her know that I'll be here all afternoon long.
Versteeg inbounding from the baseline, goes up to the top, and it's tracked down by Salavea, hands right back to Versteeg. Versteeg now drives over baseline, up and under layup. It's through off the glass. Nice move there by the point guard for the Hornets. It's 6-5 Beach. They work fast on the other end. Jones Brown on the right wing. Now passes over to Kaw at the top. Kenan Kaw calls for a clear out, takes a couple dribbles to her left, and now swings up to Jones Brown at the top. She's going to pull the triple straight on. It's through. Jacoya Jones Brown knocks down the 3. She's got 5 points, and it's 9-5 Beach.
Yeah, Jacoya Jones Brown with the green light pulls the trigger, and the Beach on a bit of a roll here now, up 9-5.
Versteeg gets a switch. She's got Oliva Fernandez guarding her now, but instead passes over to the wing for Gray. Gray gets a screen on the left side. Moves up to the top. Pepe defending. She spins. Now right around the free throw line. Throws up a floater. No good off the glass. Good active defense from Pepe, who's been good on that end of the floor so far. Outlet pass goes to Brenna Pukas, but she traveled as she got the pass. So it's a turnover for the Beach, another quick one into the shot clock.
Yeah, what the Beach have been able to do so well here through the first half of the first quarter is play strong, solid defense. Yes, there are plenty of height mismatches around the floor. Sac State is the bigger team, but Long Beach State has been able to get low, get active hands, and just frustrate this Hornets offense.
That's something Amy Wright admitted in the press conference after that game on Wednesday. The Beach are not a taller group in the conference or in the nation. They're swinging the passes around the wing. Now it goes to the short corner for the Hornets. Jate looks up to the top and gets a pass over to Picton. There was some contact. Picton still has it at the top, 7 to shoot. She steps through, her layup no good. Nice drive there, but she can't knock down the open layup. 9-5 Long Beach State, just about halfway through this first quarter. Toya Jones-Brown gives up to Pepe in the high post. She's crossing over, Jate defending, now picks up her dribble. Lost it, dives to the ground, and it's a steal for the Hornets. Picton comes away with it. 5-on-4, Picton goes over to the corner. Here's a 3 for Gray. No good off the left side of the rim. Oliva Fernandez has the rebound.
Really good work there from the Beach in transition. Sac State got the mismatch and the shot they wanted, and still Long Beach able to come away and preserve that 4-point lead.
Oliva Fernandez at the top. The Spaniard takes one dribble, now hands off to Pepe. San Diego State transfer Kylie Pepe crossing over, still in the high post, now picks up her dribble, hands to Jones-Brown. Mid-range fadeaway is good off the back of the rim. Jacoya Jones-Brown has a hot hand. She's up to 7 points.
Yeah, get out the kitchen when Jacoya Jones-Brown is cooking. She's doing it from all over the floor in this first quarter.
In the post, pass goes back out to the top. It's Versteeg. She swings over to Jate. She's going to pull the 3 from the left wing. No good off the front of the rim. Sac State cannot get a shot to fall. It's now been over 2 minutes since their last point. 11-5 Beach. Jones-Brown with the ball in the right wing. 4:10 to go in the first quarter. Oliva Fernandez at the top. Looks for a cutter, gets the call in the right block. Now she goes over to the corner. She's going to pull the 3 right away. No way, that barely touches the netting. Might have had a piece on from the corner from the defender. Triple on the other side for Gray. Another air ball, but an offensive rebound and second chance bucket is through for Salavea.
And those are the kind of plays that the Beach cannot afford to give up. Just allowing Sacramento State to get in transition. They need to stop ball before it reaches the top of the key. All kinds of out of system, and they're punished on the glass.
11-7 Long Beach State. 3:40 to go in the first quarter. Jacoya Jones-Brown passes to Pukas, gives right back. Now it's Pepe getting the ball up at the top. Gives to Oliva Fernandez. She drives in, spin move, goes up, through some contact, it misses, but there's going to be a foul called, so it'll be 2 free throws for Judy Oliva Fernandez.
Yeah, Long Beach State needs this break. They need a second to reorganize. We've been going back and forth now for a few minutes without any kind of stoppage. But Long Beach State, this has been a very solid, dare I say, their best start to a game so far this season, up 11-7, and people producing all over the floor for Amy Wright's team.
Sacramento State has already gotten up 5 more shots than the Beach, but they're shooting just 3 for 12 from the field. Long Beach 4 for 7 on their field goal attempts. We head into the media timeout. Beach ahead 11-7 with 2 free throws for Oliva Fernandez coming out of the break here on 22 West Radio. Coming out of the timeout, it'll be 2 free throws for Judy Oliva Fernandez. Long Beach State ahead 11-7, a little over halfway through this first quarter.
Yeah, and the first change of the afternoon comes for Long Beach State as well. Rosie Akot enters the game. She hasn't had the hottest start to this season, but with her size on the floor, Amy Wright's looking to balance out a few of those mismatches we've seen Sacramento State try to capitalize on here early in the first quarter.
Rosie Akot, the true freshman out of Australia, has gotten some limited play off the bench through the beginning of this season. Bruna Puka is still on the floor. The true freshman has started every game so far. It's Judy Oliva Fernandez at the free throw line as she knocks down the first shot. The Beach have hit their first 3 free throw attempts.
Yeah, Judy Oliva Fernandez really had an outstanding second quarter against Cal Baptist. Finished with her first career double-double at the end of that night. 11 rebounds, 12 points on her final line.
Second free throw up and through. So Oliva Fernandez with an easy 2 for 2 at the line. Hornets pass it in the backcourt. It's 13-7, Long Beach State. 3:20 to go in the first quarter. Up at the top, Versteeg looks for a pass. Hornets set up an offense, off-ball screen, and a pass goes over to Gray on the left wing. She's looking for a pass, gets up to the top for Jate, who swings over to Versteeg. She gets a screen on the left side. Versteeg picks up her dribble, now passes up to the top. Pass goes down low and out of bounds. Salavea was looking for Jate, but pass sailed right along the baseline and out. So it's a turnover for the Hornets. Beach have the ball back. Kenan Kaw passed it in and then got it right back from Jones Brown to move it across the timeline. Kenan Kaw picks up her dribble, looks for a pass, gives it on a bounce to Oliva Fernandez at the top. Now she looks for Pukas. Pukas started a back cut, then stopped, and the ball got tipped, but Akot comes away with it. Now she gets it stolen as she's driving into the lane, but the ball bounces out of bounds. The Hornets couldn't corral it there and forced the turnover. Still Long Beach ball from the baseline.
Yeah, Rosie Akot had a lane to the basket, but just could not get her eyes up in time. Ball gets poked away from her. Now Long Beach State still with the 6-point lead here with just under 3 minutes to go. We're going to have 11 seconds on the shot clock to work with. 3 low, 1 high off the inbound.
Ajung Lawal, the 6'5" center, is subbed in for the Hornets. Bounce pass goes to Oliva Fernandez, but instead rolls all the way out to the 3-point line before she tracks it down. Hands off to Pukas. Under a couple of seconds to go on the shot clock, Pukas chucks up a floater from the block and misses it. Hornets back on the offensive side, driving in. Picton bounces it out of bounds again, but it's tipped by the Beach.
That's great defense by Kenan Kaw. Just stuffs the lane. The Beach have been so good in transition, and one stat to know as well, Bruce, they have not sent Sacramento State to the line so far this afternoon.
Versteeg needs to find a pass, gets up to the wing for Picton. Montana State transfer, looks for a pass and gets over to Versteeg in the right corner. She takes a jab, now gives up to the top, hands right back. Versteeg takes the triple, no good off the back iron. They're fighting for the rebound, and Oliva Fernandez comes away with it for the Beach. 13-7, Long Beach State ahead, 2:10 to go in the first quarter. Jones Brown steps through, puts up a shot off the glass, missed it. Rebound comes down for Versteeg. She crosses the timeline, 5-on-4. Versteeg goes to the corner. Picton, jab step, now drives. Floater goes up, no good. Air ball, second chance though, is through, plus a foul. Ajung Lawal will go to the line, looking for a 3-point play.
Ajung Lawal stands 6'5", and she gets inside leverage, fighting for the rebound against Rosie Akot. 2 bigs going head-to-head, and Akot gets caught behind, forced to commit a foul. It's an and-one opportunity now for the Hornets. They still trail by 4, under 2 minutes to go in the first quarter.
Lawal steps up to the line here. Sophomore out of Tucson, Arizona. Standing 6'5". Her free throw up and through. Successful 3-point play for the Sacramento State center. Now they're in a full court press. Bounce pass goes into Jones Brown. Got lost out of bounds, but it will stay with the Beach. Restart the stream. Back out of the timeout, the Beach with the ball as they broke the press. Brynna Pukas pulls a 3 in transition, no good. Rebound comes down for the Hornets. Now they move on to the other side. Beach still ahead by 3. Pass goes up to the top. Here's a triple. It's no good off the left side of the rim from Taylor, and the Beach come down with the rebound.
Yeah, fast and furious now. Sacramento State applying serious pressure down the stretch here. Jacoya Jones Brown will need to slow down the pace, get the Beach set up on offense, really work this shot clock, get some quality shots here to close the quarter.
Minute and 15 seconds to go in the first quarter. Jones-Brown gives up to Pepe at the top. Pukas now hands off to Oliva Fernandez. Pass goes down to the cutter. Pepe on the left block. One dribble. She goes up off the glass and puts it through. Good finish from Kylie Pepe. Puts the Beach back ahead by 5.
And Kylie Pepe is having a bounce-back first quarter now. 4 points for her, but she's also got 4 rebounds, dominating down low the San Diego State transfer.
Brooklyn Taylor calls for a clear out. She's up at the top. Had it poked loose by Jones-Brown. She tries to track it down, but her foot hit the line. Good active hands, though, on defense from the Long Beach State point guard.
Yeah, and Sacramento State, they had a slow end to the quarter against UC San Diego. They were up 6-0 and finished that quarter tied up 10-10. It was the defensive intensity of the Tritons that time that was really able to close the gap. The Beach looking to repeat the trick here in the gold mine. They've held Sacramento State to just 2 field goals on their last 10 attempts. A team that loves to shoot has not been able to get it to fall through the rim tonight.
Fatoumata Jate and Ruby Gray both sub back in for the Hornets. Up at the top for Steg. Crosses over, now needs to find a pass, gets out to the left wing for Gray. 6 to shoot, pass goes over to Versteeg. Now she looks for a pass, gets down low. Jate, another bounce pass, and a foul will be called just before the shot clock was going to expire. A foul will go against the Beach. The Hornets will have a renewed shot clock.
I think they're going to have to review this one just very briefly, Bruce, to see if the foul was called before or after the shot clock expired. A very, very close call. But either way, if you look on the Sacramento State sideline right now, Aaron Calif is very, very upset, screaming at his bench, does not like what he sees offensively. Sacramento State works the entire shot clock. That is not their identity, Bruce. They love to shoot early and often. They love to run and gun. So far this first quarter, shooting just 25% from the field.
They're 1 for 7 from three-point range. 14%, not what Sacramento State has been used to so far this year. We've got a review going here, as you said, JD, to see whether the foul came before the expiration of the shot clock.
And if it is a foul, they're going to call a loose ball foul. It is very close. So many bodies in the paint. It's going to come down to fractions of a second here. Very valuable opportunity as well for both coaching staffs to organize their teams. Amy Wright has to be pleased with what she's seen from this Long Beach State team today. 15 points, their highest in a first quarter so far this season.
The ruling on the floor is that there was a foul before the shot clock expired. They'll look and see if there's enough on the video evidence to overturn that call.
While we have this brief opportunity, it's good to talk about Sacramento State and where they are as a future Big West opponent. Sacramento State really making moves this offseason, Bruce. The #1 recruiting class in the Big Sky Conference and a new stadium to boot. The Hornets' Nest made its debut in that season opening win over Stanton, where Sacramento State set all kinds of records, 124-39 win in the stadium that holds 3 times its previous capacity.
That brand new Hornets Nest will be a 3,000-seat arena as they enter the Big West next season. Sacramento State and Cal Baptist both will become part of the Big West circuit as UC Davis and Hawaii both head out to the Mountain West. So it'll be a new look conference next season, and we've seen already Sacramento State has scheduled some future Big West opponents. Cal Baptist has done the same as they look to get ready and get used to their future conference opponents.
Yeah, last season for Sacramento State really was successful. It shows that they're trending in the right direction. They improved 9 wins year to year in 2024, finished 7-11 in the conference, made it to the second round of the Big Sky tournament for the 2nd consecutive year, lost out to Northern Arizona, but this is a program trending in the right direction. It'll be very exciting to see them in the Big West for many years to come.
The ruling is that it will remain a foul on Pukas, so she's going to sub out. It's Hornets ball from the baseline, 20 seconds on the shot clock, 34.2 on the game clock here in the first quarter. Long Beach ahead 15-10. Benta Versteeg will pass it in from the baseline, just on the right side of the basket as Sacramento State runs an inbound play. Versteeg looking for a pass, not finding anyone, now finally gets it up to the top for Pananen. She goes back to Versteeg on the right wing. 14 to shoot. Pass goes down low for Loai. And she traveled.
Wow.
The turnover. The wall that turned it over as she had her feet move as she got the pass down in the post.
That's great defense from Morgan, Mac Jacoya, Jones Brown, and Kennencott. They triple team the big on the block and are able to force a travel. Long Beach State has been incredible defensively, and now they're going to have to break a full court press with 27 seconds to go.
The shot clock is off. 27 even on the clock in the first quarter. Kennencott inbound. The Beach run a play to try and break the press. Ka running in, and it's going to be tipped out of bounds. Versteeg was one of the 2 Hornets double teaming Jones Brown there.
Long Beach is going to need to come up with something special. Morgan, Mac Jacoya, Jones Brown are the 2 guards on the defensive side of half court, running a exchange action. The bigs in the game right now. Calif and Judy Oliva Fernandez, their responsibilities are to stay on the attacking half of half court. So it's going to be up to the guards to make something happen and break this double team full court press.
Kenan Costa will be the inbounder. Jate stands right there. Pass goes into Pepe, who gives on a bounce right back to Ka. Still hasn't got it across the half-court stripe. Now picks up her dribble and finds Pepe just ahead of a violation. 20 seconds left. Jones-Brown up at the top right near the half-court stripe. Defensive pressure being applied by Gray. Jones-Brown crosses over, drives in on the left block. She gets rejected. Ajung Lawal with a big stuff right on the left block, and with 10.8, it'll still be beach ball from the baseline.
Ajung Lawal says, not in my house, denies Shakoya Jones-Brown, but there's still plenty of time for the Beach to work with. Too low, too high off the inbound.
Jones-Brown looks for a pass. Still not finding one. Now gives it on a bounce to Pepe. Pepe goes up to the top for Oliva Fernandez. 7 seconds to go. Oliva Fernandez, scoop layup, but it's waved off as she put it through. She traveled just ahead of the shot. One extra step on her gather, so it's a turnover for the Beach. 5.3 seconds on the game clock, still 15-10.
Great finish from Oliva Fernandez with some contact, but now defensive responsibilities for the Beach.
Hornets get it in the backcourt. 3 seconds to go. Crossing over, Versteeg across the half-court stripe. Moving three, just missed. Went off the glass and rimmed out. It was a close one there. It was ahead of the buzzer, but we're going to head to the second quarter. 15-10, Long Beach State ahead of Sacramento State.
And it's Long Beach State putting in their best first quarter of the season so far, a 5-point lead, and it's no less than they deserve. They prevent Sacramento State from going to the line and hurting them at the charity stripe. They also hold the Hornets to just 24% shooting from the field. Sacramento State, after a great three-point shooting night on Wednesday, 1 for 8 from beyond the arc as well.
A good defensive quarter from Long Beach State, and Sac State only shoots 24% from the field. We'll move to the second quarter. Long Beach ahead 15-10 on 22 West Radio. Second quarter starting, Long Beach State ahead 15-10 over Sac State. The Beach passing it in from the sideline to begin this second quarter.
And Sacramento State are going to keep up the pressure here in the second. They're down by 5. They need something that's got to come from their defense. If the offense isn't firing on all cylinders, a lot of pressure is going to be applied on Jacoya Jones-Brown right from the inbound.
Benta Versteeg pressuring in the backcourt. Inbound pass goes to Jones-Brown, but she's able to cross the timeline. Pass goes up to the top for for Oliva Fernandez, who hands off to Pepe. Pepe now gives a spin move into the paint. She goes up with a layup. It's no good. Nice defensive pressure and the rebound for Abiara. Versteeg across the timeline for the Hornets. She gives over to the wing for Gray, and the pass goes down low. Jate working in the post, and now passes up to the top, but her teammate, Abiara, cut So the ball flies by her and out of bounds. It's a turnover for Sac State.
Yeah, miscommunication when things aren't going your way. Those passes that are so simple in practice get a whole lot harder. Long Beach State able to hold defensively once again to start the second quarter. Now they need a bucket of their own. 30 seconds in. It's another inbound play. Almost deja vu from how we started this quarter. Now on the opposite sideline.
Kennencott gives it into Jones Brown. 30 seconds into the second quarter. Beach still ahead by 5. They swing some passes around the wing. Now Kennencott gives to Oliva Fernandez. Goes down low for Jones Brown. One dribble. She goes up. It's in. Plus a foul. Jacoya Jones Brown will have a chance for a 3-point play. And she already puts the Beach ahead by 7.
Jacoya Jones Brown is in her element right now. Goes down once again to the block and then goes to work. Fades away from the basket 3 feet away and gets the contact plus the bucket. Big time from Jacoya Jones Brown. Another big performance from her tonight. Through 2 quarters, 9 points already.
Free throw up and no good off the back iron. Rebound comes down for Versteeg. 17-10 Beach ahead. Quick crossover. Versteeg drives all the way into the key. Goes up with a layup, but missed it off the back iron. Jones Brown with the rebound. She brings it across. Both point guards getting rebounds and working fast. Long 2 for Jones Brown. Nothing but nylon. Jacoya Jones Brown is feeling it early. She's 4 for 6 from the field and is up to 11 points.
And Jones Brown takes that ball right off the glass in transition and pops it herself. Hand down, man down.
Versteeg on the left wing. Got a switch. It's Oliva Fernandez out there, but she picks up her dribble and gives it on a bounce to Jate in the post. She's getting doubled, and a foul gets called against Kylie Pepe. Got physical there, going for a steal.
Yeah, and Amy Wright sees the foul call and lets off a little frustration, but a wry smile comes after that frustration. It's been so good for Long Beach State defensively, and Kylie Pepe has been a big part of the double teams that have been working so far this afternoon. Applies some more pressure and fresh 20 seconds for the Hornets to work with. Now facing their largest deficit of the afternoon, down 19-10.
Brenna Pukas subs back in for the Beach. It's Versteeg up at the top. Brief miscommunication left her open, but she gives a bounce pass to Abiar. She's getting doubled. Pass tipped. It's a steal for Oliva Fernandez. Pepe tracked it down off the tip. 19-10 Beach. Pepe up at the top. Kennencott throwing her arms up. Now she gets the bounce pass on the right block. Goes to work. Hard contact. The ball down low. She gets it back and then puts it in. Versteeg went to the ground, but no whistle blew. Kennencott tracked down the loose ball and laid it in. Beach ahead 11. 21-10. On the other side, it's Picton on the left wing. Jate works for space in the post, but the pass goes to Versteeg on the right side. She gets a screen, moves up to the elbow, and swings out to Gray on the right side. Gray crosses over, drives into the key. Scoop layup is up and through. Now a timeout will be called by Long Beach State, it looked like. Or it's the media timeout that's being declared here. 21-12, Long Beach State ahead by 9 over Sac State.
Yeah, and Sac State just is able to pile a quick bucket. Long Beach State doing something very interesting defensively here, Bruce. Yes, they are playing man-to-man defense, but with the Hornets struggling to shoot from 3, Kennencott on the point guard for State is inviting those shots from beyond the arc. Long Beach knows they have a size disadvantage tonight, so they are packing the paint, making sure nothing can get past them inside it. If the Hornets aren't hitting their shots, Long Beach State will take those long threes all day long.
Long Beach has shot 8 for 16 from the field. Only one made three-pointer so far for the Beach, but their last time out, they only made 4 in that game, and it's been something Amy Wright has identified since the preseason, that they're going to be a team with an inside presence. It's working so far for Long Beach State as they've held Sac State to 5 for 19 from the field. It's 21-12, Beach ahead in the media timeout, 7:48 to go in the first half on 22 West Radio. 21-12, Long Beach State leading Sac State as we hit the media timeout in the second quarter. JayDe, this has been a good defensive performance from the Beach so far.
Yeah, really solid from the Beach, and we hear so much from Amy Wright after games about the chess match that happens between coaches. Right now, Amy Wright's move is to invite Sacramento State to shoot the three ball. Sacramento State, their counter is this full court press, and the defensive intensity is going to take another step up here down the stretch in the second quarter.
Kenan Ka inbounds to Brenna Pukas in the backcourt. Pass goes back to Ka. The Beach able to break the press with Kenan Ka dribbling it across. Now the pass goes over to Pepe on the left wing. Pepe to Oliva Fernandez down into the paint for Ka. Bounce pass goes through, but the layup is missed by Samuel Afalabi. Offensive rebound, long bounce out to Pukas.
Oh,
Deep
yeah.
finds Kenan Ka, who lays it right in. Defensive breakdown from the Hornets and good vision from the true freshman Pukas.
Eagle eyes, Brianna Pukas. That is an incredible pass down to the block. The Beach once again up by 9.
23-12, Beach up by 11. Pepe picks off the pass. She's got a steal, 2-on-2. Pepe on the other side, dribbles out to the corner. Now goes down to Oliva Fernandez, getting double teamed. She passes it up to the top, but nobody's there. Pass goes out of bounds as Pukas was rotating, and Oliva Fernandez sent it to her left and out of bounds.
Yeah, and all of a sudden there's space all over the floor for Long Beach State. Brianna Pukas was going to be wide open, in a great position to let one fly, had that pass connected. Sacramento State, so many conversations happening around the floor. They need to get back in system defensively.
Picton running the point, gives a bounce pass up at the top to Jate, who hands off to Versteeg. Pass goes back out to Picton on the right wing. She drives into the key. Scoop layup with the left hand. No good, but a foul. It'll be 2 shots from the free throw line for Picton as Samuel Afalabi gets whistled.
And Natalie Picton, the Welland, Ontario native, stands 5'5", and as Sacramento State searches for solutions offensively, as you mentioned, Bruce, she's the one running the point. Likes to take it down to the paint, get some contact, and will now look to add some points, the first in quite some time for Sacramento State from the charity stripe.
Picton's in her junior year, first year with the Hornets, transferred in from Montana State, their Big Sky Conference rival. First free throw up and it rims in. Picton was 5th on Montana State in scoring last year, but that Montana State team had a great year, 30-4 record in NCAA tournament berth. Picton goes 2 for 2 on this trip to the line. It's 23-14, Beach still ahead. Full court press still going. Pukas got her defender onto the ground before getting the pass. She gives to Oliva Fernandez right on the other side. She's getting doubled, goes up to the top for Ka. Kenan Ka, quick trigger, pulls the 3, no good. Air ball there off the glass and rebounded by Versteeg. She works fast on the other end, picks up her dribble at the top, gives over to Salavea, who hands off to Picton. Kylie Pepe defending, Picton on a bounce to Salavea on the right block. Gets doubled, goes up to the top for Jate. She looks, hesitated before taking the 3, now drives in, kicks to the corner. Triple for the Hornets, no good off the glass. Offensive rebound, Salavea goes up, second chance, missed it again. Trying to track it down a second time, but Pukas goes to the ground and controls the rebound.
Sacramento State just cannot buy a shot right now, and here goes Jacoya Jones-Brown.
23-14, Beach ahead, 6 minutes to go in the first half. Kylie Pepe up at the top, gives to Kenan Ka. Ka takes a dribble, looks for a handoff, instead crosses over now. Drives into the key, gets it, it's ripped. It's a steal for Jate, gives right back to Versteeg. She slows it down on the other end and dribbles over to the left wing. The Beach given plenty of space to Versteeg, but she's electing not to take a 3. Fa'i passes over to Salavea. And now foul gets called down low. Some more jousting for positioning in the paint. Kenan Ka gets whistled for a hold.
Yeah, and it's the first time tonight we got to see Talia Fa'i on the ball. Transfer from Laney College in her junior season last year. 14 games where she had 10 or more points. Brought into this Hornets team for her scoring ability. Now she's going to be the one to inbound as the Hornets have a fresh 20 seconds on the shot clock.
Now they switch it up. Fa'i goes to the corner. It's Versteeg inbounding again. She gives it to Salavea and then runs back up to the top and gets the pass. Versteeg drives in, gives to Salavea. Lauren Cummings down low, gets tied up. It's a jump ball. Nice rotation from Lauren Cummings as she came from the left corner and tied up with the Hornets forward on the block. Possession arrow is still with Sacramento State, so they'll keep possession.
Yeah, Lauren Cummings enters the game and makes an immediate impact. 6 feet even, a little bit more size down low. And Cummings, the Billings, Montana native, looks to get active and improve on this defensive performance so far from the Beach.
Versteeg looking for a pass. Needs to find one and gets to the corner for Picton. She drives right in, but blew the layup. Got by Oliva Fernandez, but then couldn't knock it down. Outlet pass goes to Pukas. Beach ahead by 9 as Jones-Brown gets a pass at the top. Dribbles over to the right wing and looks at Amy Wright to get the play call. 15 seconds on the shot clock. 15 and 5 minutes on the game clock in the second quarter. Jones-Brown on the right wing. Gives over to Pukas at the top. Oliva Fernandez. Spin move. Now steps through. Layup is up and through. Off the spin move. A scoop layup for Oliva Fernandez. A nice move. Puts the Beach back ahead by 11.
Fancy feet from Judy Olivia Fernandez.
Versteeg gives a pass on a bounce, and another foul gets called down low. Lauren Cummings was jousting with JayDe for positioning. The Beach have been physical on the defensive end so far. It's worked as they've held the Hornets to 23% from the field.
Yeah, and JayDe, the Northern Arizona transfer, stands 6'2", has not been able to get anything going on the block. All credit to Lauren Cummings, who is still on the floor off this inbound.
Pass goes up to the top for JayDe. Now she hands off to Versteeg. She drives in, floater in the key. No good off the right side of the rim, but JayDe has the rebound. Goes back up to Versteeg. Pass down low to Taylor. She works on the block, and she lays it in with the left hand. Oliva Fernandez was right there, but a good finish by the sophomore. Jones-Brown on the other side, hands to Pukas. Right on the left wing, Pukas gets a screen, but steps through it and drives with the left hand. Gets it poked loose, though. A steal for Versteeg, and now the Hornets get out to run. Pass goes down low. Taylor goes right up with it and puts it through again. Back-to-back possessions with buckets for the sophomore.
And that's what Long Beach State cannot afford to do. They cannot allow Sacramento State to play the way they want, and that is fast and in transition. The Hornets love to run and gun.
2 screens for Jones-Brown. She dribbles over to the right wing. Now Taylor defending her. Pepe drives, but Jones-Brown keeps it. Instead gives it Pukas up at the top. Oliva Fernandez gets the pass on the left wing. Drives into the key. Gives to Pepe. Short corner on the right side. Pepe drives baseline. Spin move. Goes up with it. Doesn't draw iron. And now a foul gets called. Ball was up in the air. Cummings drove in looking for an offensive rebound, but it's an over the back called against Cummings. She made contact up in the air with Taylor. Possession goes back to Sac State.
Yeah, Lauren Cummings has been all over the floor. Picks up a few fouls during her time, and now Amy Wright makes a few more changes. Down the stretch we go, and the Beach still hold on to a sizable lead. It's been an impressive second quarter. Long Beach State in rhythm so far in the gold mine.
Sac State is now in the bonus, as that was the 4th foul for Long Beach State. So this is going to be 2 free throws for Brooklyn Taylor. Taylor played her final 2 seasons of high school ball at Long Beach Poly here locally. As a junior, she was named to the Long Beach Press-Telegram Dream Team.
And native of Inglewood, California. Hasn't gotten too many minutes this year. She is one of the players the Hornets love to bring off the bench. Had quite the night, though, against UC San Diego. 9 points, 3 for 5 shooting, and 7 rebounds in just 14 minutes of action.
Yeah, Taylor's done well with her minutes this year, only averaging 12 minutes per game coming into today, but 4th on the team with 8.8 points per game on average. Both teams headed over to their benches here. The officials are together and having a discussion.
I think they're evaluating Lauren Cummings here for maybe a more serious foul. A real tussle there underneath the basket as both players were fighting for the rebound. Officiating crew just making sure nothing too violent happened between Lauren Cummings and that rebound. Should be relatively quick review, though. No ill intentions from Cummings. Still, though, during this timeout, just under 4 minutes to go, a valuable opportunity for both coaches to reorganize their squads. And for Sacramento State, now with the bonus, their game plan has to change. They're going to look to invite contact here ahead of halftime.
So it looked like they might have been talking about who the foul goes against. The officials now delivering an explanation to both coaching staffs. Amy Wright, always fiery on the Beach bench, continuing her discussion. Our officials today, Ashley Ellis, Dion Lewis, and Adam Candy. The ball is going to stay on the Sac State side, but now they're just going to be going for an inbound pass. It looks like it won't be 2 free throws. May have been where the discussion was stemming.
All right, they're just going to wave off the foul entirely. So Sacramento State no longer in the bonus. Long Beach with no fouls to give, though.
25-18, handoff goes to Versteeg. She's on the left wing, picks up her dribble, gives over all the way to the right corner. Fa'i with it, now gives over to Picton. She drives into the key, kicks to the corner, triple for Versteeg. No good off the back iron. Offensive rebound, though, for JayDe. She's fighting, finds the cutter, layup, up and through with the left hand for Picton. Good possession there and a second chance bucket for the Hornets.
And it's Picton's second bucket of the afternoon. 4 points for her now.
25-20. Sac State has cut the lead down to 5. Lauren Cummings up at the top for Long Beach State. Off-ball screen for Jones Brown, but the pass goes to Oliva Fernandez. Bounce pass down low now. Tipped and goes to the corner. Akot drives. It's picked loose again, and this time it'll go for a steal for Fa'i. Hornets force another turnover. Beach lead by 5. Sac State back on offense. Driving through. Here's a layup. It's up and through for Versteeg. Sac State on an 8-0 run over the last almost 2 minutes.
And it all starts with the turnovers. Long Beach State needs to slow the pace down. They cannot afford to keep running up and down the floor. They're not going to be able to keep up with the Hornets.
Jones Brown on the other side. The Beach lead cut down to just 1 possession. Kenan Kaw on the right wing. Hands off to Akot. Akot gives a spin as she drives in. Steps through into the key. Layup. Gets blocked, but the foul will be called against Tali Fa'i. So it's going to be 2 free throws here for the true freshman, Rosie Akot.
We've seen Sacramento State through the entirety of the second quarter and at the end of the first quarter go into a full court press. Yes, they're not shooting well, but layups, you really can't miss those. Sacramento State has had a few nice layups, a few nice offensive possessions, and it comes with them running and gunning. They love to get up and down the floor, and Long Beach State needs to slow the pace down. They've been so good at setting up their offensive sets, and when Sacramento State is out of rhythm, making them pay with timely passes. Now with just a 3-point lead, these free throws for Rosie Akot become all the more important.
First one for Akot, up and through. It rims in from the left side of the rim. Akot's from Australia, played club in Adelaide with the Stuart Stabers for 7 years. Won gold at the U18 Australian National Tournament. It's 2 for 2 on this trip to the line for Akot, and now she'll head to the bench. Kylie Pepe subs back in.
Yeah, and those free throws break a nearly 3-minute-long scoring drought for Long Beach State. During that same time, they've had 4 turnovers. Need to cut those out and get the scoring started again.
27-22, Long Beach State ahead. 2:15 to go in the first half. Up at the top for State. Still running the point for the Hornets. Calls for a clear out and gives over to the right wing for Picton. She dribbles with her left hand. Now goes to the right corner. Fa'i passes. They swing it around. Now Versteeg dumps it off in the paint. Layup no good from Jate. And Kenan Kaw comes down with the rebound. Morgan Mack out in transition. Picks up her dribble. Almost had it poked loose, but keeps possession. Pass goes down low to Jones Brown. She takes a mid-range shot. No good off the back iron. A double contest there from the Hornets as they applied pressure. Versteeg on the right wing. Long Beach ahead by 5. 1.5 minutes to go in the second quarter. Taylor hands off to Versteeg. Now she goes over to Jate. We'll swing it around to the right corner for Picton. Picton gets a screen on her left side. Dribbles all the way over to the wing. 7 to shoot. She crosses over. Gives up to Taylor. She drives into the elbow. Goes back out. Here's a long 3 from Versteeg. No good off the right side of the rim. And Mack has the rebound for the Beach. Outlet pass up to Pepe. She crosses over on the left wing. Now slows it down a bit. Pass down low to Jones Brown as she was cutting. Now she goes to work on the right block. Fade away. A lot of contact, and she gets a foul. The shot misses off the front of the rim, but it'll be another 2 free throws for Jacoya Jones Brown.
Now Jacoya Jones Brown that time guarded by Tali Fa'i. 5'7" against 5'6". Jacoya Jones Brown says that's barbecue chicken and wants some. Is able to get to the line in 60 seconds to go now before halftime. Long Beach State has not scored from the floor in the last 4 minutes, but still hold on to a lead. It would be big for them to carry some momentum into halftime, whether it's from the free throw line or from the floor.
Jones Brown 2 for 3 on free throws so far. First one no good, so it's back-to-back misses from the stripe for Jones Brown. She hit her first 2, but now has missed the last 2 opportunities. She's already got 11 points. Sophomore guard. Second free throw is good. So Jones Brown up to 12 points. She's already scored double figures in all 4 games for the Beach this season.
Yeah, really nice streak to have in her sophomore season, and we really look forward to the evolution of Jacoya Jones Brown at the point guard position as the season goes on.
28-22 Beach. Versteeg across the timeline. Pass goes to Jate in the high post. She hands off to Gray. Right back to Versteeg on the right side. Pass goes all the way to Taylor on the left wing. Sends a couple pump fakes, and now a pass down low to Jate. And she gets called for a travel as she was scrambling off a low bounce pass. Her feet moved just a bit before the ball went down onto the floor. It's a turnover for Sac State. Beach with the ball and 40 seconds to go. Sac State backs out of their press as soon as the ball gets inbounded. Kenan Kaw dribbles it across the timeline and gives over to Pepe on the right side. Pepe drives baseline, but a foul gets called against Sac State. A little bit too handsy on the defensive pressure from Gray.
And Sacramento State has one foul to give now, so Long Beach State will be able to inbound, and if they want contact and they want another trip to the line, they're going to need to invite it down low. Look for Calif to get involved here down the stretch. She's been so good, just slowing down the pace of this game and dominating on the glass. Long Beach State looking to close out this half on the right note.
Pepe with 5 rebounds so far. Beach passing it in from the baseline. Gets up to Jones-Brown right in the paint. Kicks to the corner. Kylie Pepe's 3. No good. A little bit too strong that time. Rebound for Jate. And she gives it to Versteeg in the backcourt. 0 points in a 2.5-minute drought for the Hornets. Versteeg up at the top, and a foul is called. It'll go against the Beach again. And now this should be free throws for the Hornets.
Yeah, that's a costly foul to give up. And I believe they're going to get Morgan Mack for that foul. The freshman who buried her first career three-pointer in the fourth quarter against Cal Baptist commits a costly foul. Now Sacramento State, while they've gone cold from the floor, still have an opportunity here to close the gap.
Versteeg's first free throw, no good. So she'll have one more free throw to try and break the scoring drought that's gotten all the way out to 2 minutes and 33 seconds for the Hornets. 28-22 Long Beach. Second free throw is good, so the lead is trimmed back down to 5. 16 seconds on the game clock. Kennencott inbounds to Jones-Brown right on the baseline in the backcourt. Clock ticking now. Jones-Brown dribbles across with 10 seconds. Pepe hands back to Jones-Brown, and a foul gets called. A lot of whistles here late in this second quarter. This one goes against the Hornets. And the Beach have now got themselves into the bonus, so it's going to be 2 free throws for Jones-Brown.
Yeah, this is the contact we talked about, Bruce, not too long ago. Jacoya Jones-Brown comes downhill, forces Faye into the screen. And just too much contact for our officials liking. Jacoya Jones-Brown, that's smart basketball from the point guard looking to build on this 6-point advantage.
She's 3 for 5 from the free throw line so far. Hits the first one to make it 4 for 6. It's been nearly 5 minutes since the Beach hit their last shot from the field. 4 minutes and 54 seconds since their last made field goal. Jones-Brown's second shot, good. So it's 2 for 2 on that trip to the line. She's up to 14 points.
Yeah, and Long Beach State signaling defensively that they want to apply pressure inside their own half-court set. We've seen Long Beach defend inside the three-point all throughout this first half. Now Jacoya Jones-Brown and Kennencott will step up.
8 seconds left in the second quarter. They roll the ball across the timeline, and now Versteeg picks it up. 7 seconds, she drives into the elbow, puts up a floater quickly, no good off the back iron. Taylor offensive rebound, back out. Versteeg pulls the triple, no good, right at the buzzer. She can't hit the 3, and we're going to go to the halftime break. Long Beach State ahead, 29-23.
I think that's a perfect encapsulation of this half, Bruce. That last exchange between Long Beach State. Long Beach gets the shot they want. They slow down the pace. They draw the foul. On the other side, Sacramento State with Versteeg are not able to get a bucket on the other end. They're not shooting well from 3. Versteeg is having an uncharacteristically poor first half, just 5 points. And Long Beach State is now up by 7 at halftime. Amy Wright has to be pleased with what she's seen through these first 20 minutes.
They get 30-23 as the scoreboard is 1 point off, but Long Beach State with a 7-point lead heading into the halftime break. They'll look to get their offense back on track. They finish the second quarter with a 5-minute and 4-second field goal drought. Still a good first half for Amy Wright and the Beach. They play well on defense and hold Sac State to 28% from the field.
Really, really impressive for Long Beach State. Now the name of the game, can they continue this into the second half?
We'll take a break for halftime festivities, and then we'll be back for the second half of action here on 22 West Radio. Second half about to get underway between Long Beach State and Sacramento State here in the Gold Mine. The Beach with a fantastic start to the game on the defensive end. They held Sac State to a 28% field goal percentage. It's the Beach ahead by 7 as the third quarter is about to get underway.
Yeah, really uncharacteristic in that first half from Sacramento State, especially coming off the performance they had on Wednesday against UC San Diego, where they exploded in the second quarter. Now, Sacramento State went cold against the Tritons earlier on this week. This is a team certainly capable of breaking out at any moment. Long Beach State cannot rest on their laurels here in the second half. They need to keep up that defensive intensity and continue to win the rebound battle. So much of what Sacramento State does well is dominate inside and then push the pace in transition. Long Beach State, while they're undersized in this matchup, have been so good on the glass and have been able to stop the Hornets from really breaking out and breaking free at any point in that first half.
Only 2 total three-pointers made between the two teams, 1 for each of them. Sac State has shot 12 three-pointers, so they're shooting a ripe 8% from beyond the arc. If they start to get those shots to fall, they could make a comeback in a hurry.
Yeah, and really looks to their point guards. Versteeg has not had a great game. She is the all-time assist leader for Sacramento State and has not been dishing the rock, as is characteristic for her. Just 5 points, 5 rebounds, 2 assists in that first half. She'll be looking to break out and get some layups to fall here in the third quarter.
Versteeg 2 for 11 from the field, 0 for 5 from three-point range. The Beach with the first possession of this third quarter. Oliva Fernandez up at the top looking for a pass. Gets to Kaw in the high post. She's fumbling it though. Jones-Brown tracks it down, the loose ball. It goes to Pepe in the left corner. She drives baseline, now pulls up, goes to Pukas up at the top. Brennan Pukas drives with the right hand, moves over towards the corner, now crosses over. Bounce pass, laid in. Jacoya Jones-Brown and a nice assist. Second time we've seen Brennan Pukas with some vision beyond her years. Another good assist there.
Really, really great vision from Brianna Pukas and an even better finish from Jacoya Jones-Brown. Up and under she goes.
Versteeg passes over. Here's a 3 for JayDe. She misses it. So make that 1 for 13 from beyond the arc for Sacramento State. Jacoya Jones-Brown with the ball, fresh off her layup to open the third quarter. Beach ahead by 9, 32-23. Jones-Brown gets a screen from Pukas on the right side. Moves over to the right wing and passes to Pepe. Swung to Pukas, now to the corner for Kenan Kaw. She pulls the 3. It's good. Kenan Kaw knocks down the long-range shot. The Beach have moved their lead out to 12.
Kenan Kaw has not had a breakout game yet this year, but that's her first triple. 7 points now for Kenan Kaw.
The junior with a nice 3 there. 35-23, the Beach ahead. Driving in, here's Picton with a bounce pass down low. Shot goes up, no good off the glass. Second chance for Abiara is no good, but a foul is called. So Elizabeth Abiara, after missing the first layup, gets her own rebound and then gets fouled. It'll be 2 shots.
Elizabeth Ariaba stands 6'2". She's working against Pukas, who is 5'6". Ariaba going up for those layups and those second chance points. Her feet don't leave the floor. She simply extends her arms and is able to pull down rebounds. But it's the pressure of Pukas that forces the foul and forces her to the line. That defense is going to really be so important here down the stretch for Long Beach State.
This is the first trip to the line for Abiara. She hits the first free throw, and that's her first point of the night as well. The foul once against Judith Oliva Fernandez, her second personal.
Abiara, the transfer from Central Arkansas, led that team to an ASUN championship last year. Had an incredible season, averaging 6.2 points per game, 6.9 rebounds per game.
This one spins around and comes to a stop up on the backboard, sitting on the rim. I don't think I've ever seen that, JD. It spun all the way around the rim and then just came to a dead stop.
They're going to have to bring out the mat that they used to wipe the floor to poke this ball off the back iron and back onto the floor. I've never seen that, Bruce.
That's barely physically possible. Spun all the way around and just stopped up at the top of the rim. That I don't know if I'll ever see that again. Anyway, it's Hornets ball.
Anyway.
Pass it in. I don't even know why is it Hornets ball. Anyway, Gray passing over. Here's another 3 for Versteeg. She missed it, barely kissed the rim on its way down. Jones-Brown with the ball for the Beach. Long outlet pass to Kaw underneath the basket, and she lost it out of bounds. It's a turnover for the Beach. I want to circle back to that, JD. The free throw stays put and just sits on the rim, and the ball stayed with Sacramento State. That's not a play that I've ever seen before, or that I doubt has even been written into a rule book, so it's interesting that the ball stayed with Sac State. Jones puts up a shot. It's good. Off the glass, plus a foul. He was cutting in. It's Gray. Gray with the drive from the left hand. She scooped it up with her right as she was moving the other way, put it off the glass, plus a foul. She'll have a chance for 3.
Yeah, Ruby Gray coming off that career night where she set so many career highs, including an outstanding 24 points. Now she'll head to the line, and surely not. Surely not.
This one hits the rim and goes off of it. Brenna Pukas has the rebound. No more. 9-point lead for the Beach. Pukas goes across the timeline, now looks for a pass and gives to Jones Brown just in front of the half-court stripe. Long Beach State ahead, 35-26. Versteeg providing the pressure. Now bounce pass gets picked off. JayDe with the steal for the Hornets. 2-on-1. Pass goes down low, laid up and through. Back-to-back possessions with points for Gray. And now Long Beach State, or actually it's a whistle as a player is down for the Hornets. Fatoumata JayDe still down after she had a steal. She's down and looks like she's hurting.
JayDe just went into a hard collision, was able to poke the ball free, and the Hornets were able to go out and run in transition, what they really love to do. But JayDe still down in some pain.
So we'll step away momentarily as JayDe gets attended to. It's 35-28 Long Beach State over Sac State here on 22 West Radio. Fatoumata JayDe able to walk off the floor under her own power. Good to see that as she got help to her feet. It's 35-28, Long Beach State ahead of Sac State, 7 minutes and 45 seconds to go in the third quarter.
Yeah, JayDe wasn't having the best night from the floor, just knocked down one 3-point field goal early on in this game and then hasn't been able to do much on the offensive glass. We've seen the play a few times and looks like she will be okay. Was able to walk off on her own power. Just a hard collision and an awkward way for her to fall. Hopefully we get to see JayDe further on in this game. She's still getting treatment down over on the sideline.
She does have 3 steals on her line, so has been active on the defensive end. The officials talking things over. Both teams head back to their benches to huddle up out on the court.
These are two teams, Bruce, that we knew coming into today had two very different play styles, but really Coach Amy Wright and Aaron Calif have a similar identity. For Sacramento State this year, their mentality is all gas, no breaks, and for Long Beach State, Amy Wright has tried to instill a fast, furious, and fun mentality into this team down the stretch here. As we go through the second half, Long Beach State will need to continue to slow down the pace of this game and prevent Sacramento State from going all gas, no breaks throughout the third.
Inbound pass goes to Jones Brown for the Beach. They're in a full court press. Jones Brown gets doubled and passes the Caw back behind. They need to break it, and they just do get the ball across the timeline before violation. Brenna Pukas dribbles over to the left corner, now gives to Oliva Fernandez. 15 to shoot. Caw gets a pass up at the top, gives to Pepe in the high post. Pepe now looks for a pass, takes one dribble, hands to Pukas. She wraps around and goes to the corner. Caw traveled as she got the pass. She took a little hop step and didn't put the ball on the ground. So it's a turnover for the Beach, 35-28, still the score.
Yeah, turnover starting to pile up now for Long Beach State. That is now their 11th. Sacramento State, in comparison, only 8 turnovers on their line.
7-point lead for Long Beach State. Versteeg gives to Gray. Gray gets a screen on the right side from Taylor, and they're swinging along the wing. Gray passes over to Versteeg, right back to Gray. She pulls the straightaway triple, no good. It bricked off the back of the rim and fell into the arms of Pepe. Pukas gives an outlet pass up to Jones Brown. She's getting doubled in the right corner. Passes up to Pepe, who lost it momentarily, but able to corral the ball. She dribbles a couple times at the top and hands to Jones Brown. 6 minutes, 45 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Sacramento State contingent getting a defense chant going. Pennon Caw gets a pass in the left corner and gives back to Jones Brown. 4 to shoot. Jones Brown drives and got it stripped. It's a steal for Sacramento State. On the other side, Picton driving, gives a bounce pass. Gray lays it in with the left hand. Gray has gotten her offensive game going here in the third quarter, and the lead is down to 5.
Yeah, that's now 4 turnovers in the last 2 minutes for Long Beach State, and Sacramento State able to get out and run.
And now they lose it momentarily. It is going to be another steal for Sac State. Oh, they're calling a jump ball before they could get possession. Jones-Brown had it poked loose. She dove to the ground alongside Versteeg. There was a momentary tie-up, but a quick whistle will keep the ball with the Beach, as Versteeg did come away with it, but instead a jump ball is the ruling.
Yeah, and Aaron Calif is on the floor right now. A 7-0 run for Sacramento State. Long Beach has gone cold. No points. Approaching the last 3 minutes, we saw Long Beach State go cold from the floor. No field goals in the last 5 minutes to close out the second quarter. They need a bucket right here, right now, as the Hornets are threatening.
Jones-Brown passing in from the sideline. Another defense chant going for the Sac State fans. Pepe gets a pass in the post. She drives into the key. Scoop layup, no good off the right side of the rim. Offensive rebound for Pepe. Goes to Jones-Brown. Short corner, no good. Another offensive rebound for Pepe. She's got her back to the basket in the left post. Now she drives in. Layup with the left hand, no good. And finally, Taylor has the rebound for the Hornets. 5-point lead for the Beach. On the other side, here's Picton. Triple gets pulled by Pananen. She puts it through. Pananen with a 3, and the Hornets have cut the lead down to just 2.
Only the second three-pointer of the afternoon for the Hornets, but it comes at a big time. It's a one-possession game.
35-33, a 10-0 run for Sacramento State. Oliva Fernandez gets a screen, finds Ka cutting into the paint. She goes to the corner for Pukas, swung up to Pepe on the left wing. Pepe slows it down now, steps through, looking for a pass, finds Jones-Brown cutting. Her layup, a lot of contact, she'll get a foul. She goes down hard, but will immediately get to her feet. It's going to be 2 free throws for Jacoya Jones-Brown.
Oh, and Jacoya Jones-Brown could have made the extra pass across the key for Kenan Ka, who was wide open. Instead, Jones-Brown wants the contact. Maybe doesn't see Ka on the other side. Maybe just wants to slow this game down. Sacramento State is now playing their brand of basketball, forcing turnovers, getting out in transition. We know Long Beach State cannot keep up running down the floor. A very talented Hornets team, and now the 3-ball starting to fall for them as well.
It's a 3-minute and 37-second scoring drought for Long Beach State. Jones-Brown will look to end it here with 2 free throws. 16 points so far in the game, 5 for 7 from the line. Jones-Brown's first is good. So she's led the way for the Beach in scoring. Had 19 points last time out against Cal Baptist. Hoping for her first 20-point game of the year today. She's 2 for 2 on this trip to the line, which brings her to 17. Hornets work fast. Versteeg brings it across and now hands off to Picton. Canadian Picton dribbles through the legs, now crosses over at the top, picks up her dribble, and gives to Gray. Gray gives to the high post. Pass goes back out. Picton pulls the 3 from the top. Nothing but nylon. Sacramento State has finally found their rhythm from beyond the arc. Big 3 there. The Beach with the ball back. 37-36 the score. Only a 1-point lead for the Beach. Morgan Mack with the ball in the right wing. Dribbles a couple of times. Gives a bounce pass to Oliva Fernandez, who swings to Pukas. Rocking the bright pink shoes. Pukas goes to Ka, pulls the 3, barely kisses the left side of the rim, and then it'll deflect out of bounds. Ball goes back to the Hornets. 37-36, Beach only ahead by 1.
Kenan Ka knocked down a big-time triple just a few minutes ago, but she's only 1 for 4 on the afternoon from beyond the arc. That's not the shot you want when Sacramento State is on a run like they're on right now. Sacramento State, we knew they were going to go on a run eventually. This is a very talented team. They've been biding their time, down by no more than 12 throughout this game, and now only 1 point separates the Beach and the Hornets with less than 5 minutes to go in the third quarter.
We're going to head into the media timeout here in the third quarter. Halfway through, Hornets coming back on 22 West Radio. Long Beach State has had their lead cut down to just 1. It's 37-36, Beach ahead. Sacramento State has rallied back here in the third quarter.
Yeah, nothing's falling for the Beach right now. No field goals in the last 4.5 minutes. They're 0 for the last 5 shots, and on the other side, Sacramento State has gotten the easy buckets to fall, and 2 triples on back-to-back possessions cut the Beach lead to just 1. Long Beach has led for most of this game. They came out, they started well, they sustained it through the second quarter. Now a crucial third quarter and a crucial final 4.5 minutes before we head to the fourth for Long Beach State to hold on and find that rhythm offensively once again.
That 4.5-minute drought without any shots from the field for the Beach, the second one in the game. They entered the halftime locker room with a drought of over 5 minutes. Sacramento State only trailing by 1 as they've got the ball. Picton gives a bounce pass to Versteeg. She goes down low. Pananin puts it up, no good, and Kenan Kaw has the rebound. Now it's tied up, though. It's a jump ball underneath the basket. Kenan Kaw got into a battle there with JayDe as she's back in the game after she had previously left with an injury. Good to see JayDe back in there, and she's immediately making an impact. The ball will stay with Sac State as they've got the possession arrow.
Yeah, JayDe an immediate impact. As you mentioned, the floor 3 steals already tonight, and that brief injury that took her some time to get off the floor from doesn't seem to be affecting her right now. Sacramento State looks to punish Long Beach State with their size right here off the inbound in a box set around the key.
Kiana Salavea subs back in for Sac State. Pananin heads off. Bounce pass picked off by Brenna Pukas off the inbound pass. Pukas on the other side now pulls up and slows it down. He passes over to Pepe on the right wing. Pepe hesitates a couple times and gives to Oliva Fernandez. She spins up at the top. Now trying to find a pass. Nice pressure being provided, and it's a steal for JayDe, and then a foul in transition. Nice active defense up at the top from Fatuma JayDe. She pokes it loose from Oliva Fernandez, and Sac State gets the ball back.
There we go. You're just talking about how JayDe looks like she's back in just as good as before, if not better. Great pressure at the top of the key. Oliva Fernandez just takes her eyes off the dribble. JayDe makes her pay, and Sac State has an inbound inside their own attacking half of the floor.
37-36, Beach ahead. Up at the top, a bounce pass from Picton into the high post for JayDe. She gives right back to Picton on the left wing. Now it swings up top to Salavea. Back to Picton, screen on the right side. She pulls the 3, no good off the back iron. Pepe can't track down the rebound. It's Picton with it, way beyond the 3-point line. Gets her own rebound on her 3-point miss. Bounce pass goes to the left corner for Versteeg, and now a foul gets called off the ball. It's on the Beach. Pukas grabbed Picton, it looked like, as she was going for a back cut. The Beach have had a few off-the-ball fouls on the defensive end today.
Yeah, a few fouls, and they're starting to rack up. Oliva Fernandez, 3 fouls. Pukas, 3 fouls now. Jones Brown, 3 fouls as well. So fouls starting to come into play here down the stretches. Sac State inches closer to the bonus.
Inbound pass goes to Versteeg. She drives right in, physical with the left hand. She lays it in right through Jacoya Jones-Brown. Sacramento State has taken a lead, 38-37. Beach have been in control for the entirety of this game, but now Sacramento State has fought back and taken their first lead.
Their first lead since the very first bucket they made in the first quarter to go up 3-2. The Hornets have turned it all the way around.
Jacoya Jones-Brown crosses over at the top, passes over to Kaw. 7 to shoot. Kaw crosses over, spins in the paint. Her layup up and no good, but a foul. Kenan Kaw able to draw some contact. She'll go to the line for 2.
The scoring drought from the floor will continue. Yes, Kenan Kaw gets free throws, but Long Beach State is now starting to force it offensively. They're not rotating the rock as they were in that first half, and this scoring drought from the field is going to eclipse 6 minutes very, very soon.
Kenan Kaw's first free throw, no good off the back iron. It's been 2 minutes and 19 seconds since the Beach scored their last point. Kenan Kaw now will try to tie the game with her second free throw. Kaw's second one up and good. So she goes 1 for 2 on the trip to the line. She's got 8 points today, excuse me.
Kenan Kaw has gotten significant minutes. She's had quite the career with Long Beach State, suffered a season-ending injury in her sophomore year, and it's really been a long road for recovery for her. Last year, she was able to come back, played in 20 games, averaged just 1-1, and then now in her junior year, she was selected for a preseason award for her leadership, the K-Val Servant Leader Award, and this is a year where she needs to get back to the heights that she found in her freshman campaign. It's been a long road recovery for Kenan Kaw, and tonight, 25 minutes once again, 8 points. She's going to be someone Amy Ray's going to turn to for leadership here towards the end of the third quarter.
Long Beach State calls the 30-second timeout, so we'll take a quick break. here on 22 West Radio. Breaking the Long Beach State timeout. We're all tied at 38 between the Beach and Sacramento State here in the Gold Mine. Bruce Kuntz, JayDe Beaudry on 22 West Radio. It's the Hornets with the ball coming out of the timeout up at the top. Picton dribbling for Sac State. A couple of players in the high post, and the pass gets picked off by Pepe. She goes to work on the other side. Pepe dribbling in transition, hands back to Oliva Fernandez. She gives a spin up on the elbow, steps through, and she gets fouled. Oliva Fernandez went to the ground, was able to draw the contact. Wasn't going up for a shot, so the Beach will pass it in from the baseline.
Yeah, Sacramento State just one foul to give now. 4 fouls for either side down the stretch here in the third. So next foul that's committed will send someone to the line. Long Beach will send 3 low, 4 across on the baseline before this inbound pass can come in from Jaquoia Jones-Brown.
Pass goes all the way up to the top for Oliva Fernandez. She hands back to Jones-Brown. Long 2 from Jones-Brown. It's good. Knocks it down. Jaquoia Jones-Brown up to 20 points, a season high for the sophomore out of Atlanta. Beach ahead by 2.
Great play design that time from Jones-Brown.
Now a shot gets blocked. Driving in, Picton went for a scoop layup with the left hand, but it gets sent out of bounds. Looked like it was Pepe that caught a piece of it. Still Hornets ball from the baseline.
Yeah, Natalie Picton has really come alive here in the second half. She's stepping in for Stake, who has not had a great game. Picton taking the majority of the shots now here in the third and applying pressure on the block.
Inbound pass goes to Versteeg. She drives in, spin move in the paint, but has to pass back out. She gets whistled for a travel before the pass gets away. Benta Versteeg, the native of Nord-Holland, called for the turnover there. 40-38, Beach ahead. Inbound pass to Pukas. She gets doubled immediately. Passes back to Kenan Ka, the inbounder. She's able to dribble across the timeline before a violation. Now a pass almost got fumbled, but Jones-Brown has it. 18 on the shot clock. Pass goes to Ka on the left wing. Off-ball screen from Jones-Brown, and then a pass to Pepe. Pepe drives with the left hand into the paint, but lost it. Ball goes out of bounds off a strip from JayDe. Another good defensive play from the forward for Sac State.
Yeah, now Long Beach State, not a lot of time on the shot clock. We saw a great play design last time. Jones-Brown passed it in and ran straight to the top of the key to get the handoff and take the shot. A different set now, 3 low, 1 high for the Beach.
Jaquoia Jones-Brown looks for a pass, gets to Pepe with some space. She pulls a long 2 and knocks it down. Back-to-back 2-point jump shots for the Beach, has them back ahead by 4.
Both off of inbound plays as well. That time, Kylie Pepe, the play design, drawn up for her, and she knocks it down.
Versteeg gets a screen. Amy Wright yelling some instructions. Versteeg drives in and gets fouled. She was fading away, threw the ball up with her left hand and threw some contact. Amy Wright still frustrated, but it'll be 2 free throws for Versteeg.
Yeah, and Kylie Pepe now, that is her 3rd foul. She's played 25 minutes, 6 points for her tonight. She's been clutch. She set the tone here early in this game in the first quarter, and that foul, not only is it a shooting foul, but it sends Sacramento State into the bonus for the remainder of this 3rd quarter. Less than 2 minutes to go. Beach only up by 4.
First free throw good. Penta Versteeg up to 8 points tonight, 5 rebounds and 3 assists on her line. She's the Big Sky preseason MVP. She goes 2 for 2 on this trip to the line, so the lead back down to 2. Hasn't been a great game for Versteeg, just 3 for 13 from the field. Beach get the ball in to Aliva Fernandez, who had to come up into the backcourt. They're able to break the press with Kenan Kaw dribbling it across. Kaw now looks for a pass and hands off to Jones Brown before heading to the wing and getting the pass back. Kenan Kaw gives to Jones Brown, cutting. She lays it up and in. Jacoya Jones Brown with a back cut. Kenan Kaw finds her, and the Beach are back ahead by 4.
Great work from Jacoya Jones Brown. She continues to build on her career night. 42 points now. The Beach up by 4.
22 points. Jate gets a pass, puts up the shot, no good. Offensive rebound for Taylor. One dribble, goes back up with it, off the glass, no good again. Still fumbling around and able to track down a long rebound is Picton out beyond the 3-point line. Sacramento State with a 3rd chance here, 2 offensive rebounds on the possession. Picton on the right side, 10 to shoot as she gets a screen on her left. Drives in, kicks to the corner. Here's a triple for Gray. It's good. She knocks it down. Big 3 for Sac State as they're back within 1.
Sac State, they need a big-time triple, and they're able to find it. Cut this lead down again.
Brenna Pukas on the left wing for the Beach. The true freshman still without a point today. Pass goes to Jones Brown up at the top. Now Kenan Kaw comes up to the right wing and gets the pass. Looks for the back cut. This time it's covered up by the Hornets. Kaw now finds Pepe cutting across, and a foul gets called against Sac State. Ball will stay with the Beach.
Frantic on both ends. In Sacramento State, we've lamented their 3-point shooting all afternoon, and now the numbers are starting to fall in their favor. Just 4 for 19 on the afternoon, but 3 of those 3-pointers have come here in the 3rd quarter. 22 seconds to go. Long Beach will still need to work the shot clock off this inbound.
The Hornets 3 for 7 from beyond the arc in this 3rd period. Jacoya Jones Brown passing in from the baseline. Pass goes up to the top, and it's stolen. Versteeg, as she's fallen out of bounds, throws it off of Morgan Mack's leg and out of bounds. A savvy play from the senior, and the Hornets force a turnover.
Really savvy play, and Versteeg clashes with the scorer's table on her way out of bounds. Celebrates, and now 21 seconds on the clock. No shot clock for Sacramento State to work with. They can take the lead here to end the 3rd if they play this possession right.
Versteeg gingerly rubbing her left arm as she hit that scorer's table hard. Beach make a sub. Brenna Pukas heads to the bench, and Christy Reynoso checks in for the first time today. Rosia Cott will also sub in for the Beach. Judy Olivia Fernandez heads off.
Yeah, and this is because of the fouls on the floor. Long Beach State knows that if Sacramento State can't get the shot they want, they'll try to force a foul, putting in 2 players with no fouls so far this afternoon.
Versteeg with the ball for Sacramento State, still running the point. Shot clock is off here in the 3rd quarter. 15 seconds to go. JayDe gets a pass, goes back to Versteeg. On the right wing, she calls for a clear, moves up to the top, 7 to shoot. Versteeg goes over to Picton on the right wing. Pass back to Versteeg, back to Picton. Picton back up to Versteeg, 1 to shoot. She hucks it up, no good, off the glass. All 3 quarters have ended with a desperation 3 from Versteeg, and she's missed them all 3 times. We're going to the 4th quarter, Beach ahead 44-43.
Yeah, Rosie Akot and Christy Reynoso do their job. They deny the 3-pointer, and Long Beach State spent that entire possession defending inside the 3-point line. They were willing to give up a long triple, and Versteeg, as you mentioned, Bruce, obliges for the 3rd time tonight with a desperation heave. And now we go to the 4th. Now we're tight. Now it's hotly contested. Long Beach State was up by as many as 12 earlier on in this game, and now 43-44 with just 10 minutes to go.
The Beach were ahead by 7 entering halftime. Sacramento State cuts that lead down to just 1 entering the 4th quarter. 44-43, Long Beach State, 4th quarter coming up next on 22 West Radio. entering the fourth quarter. Long Beach State ahead 44-43. We're in for a good finish here in this non-conference matchup between Long Beach State and Sacramento State. It's at the Gold Mine, the Beach trying to finish this thing out, pick up their first win of the season. Long Beach State with possession to open this fourth quarter. Jones-Brown gives it bounce pass, and Kenan Kaw loses it out of bounds. Good defensive pressure once again from the Hornets there. Versteeg was providing pressure on Jones-Brown, and then Kenan Kaw had a defender right in her face as well. Ball goes out of bounds. Now Versteeg with the ball for Sacramento State. She dribbles over to the right wing, gets a screen from Taylor on the left side. Now she's getting doubled up near the half-court stripe, gets a pass away to Taylor. High post, it goes to JayDe. She's standing just beyond the free throw line. And she gives the jab step, drives in, lost it on a spin. Ball goes near the corner. They're trying to track it down. And now Jacoya Jones-Brown goes down on top of it. She's tied up with Versteeg. It's a jump ball before Jones-Brown could lay down and get the timeout called. Possession arrow is with Sac State, so they'll keep it.
Yeah, a bit of moisture on the floor, getting wiped up. Physical game here, down towards the fourth quarter. One stat to know, 14 turnovers now for the Beach. They cannot afford to let the ball go here down the stretch.
Now a foul gets called against the Beach before the inbound pass comes in. It's Eliva Fernandez who gets whistled that time. It's her fourth personal foul, so certainly something to watch there. And Amy Wright's aware. Rosie Akkad is going to come in off the bench, and Eliva Fernandez heads off.
Yeah, they're going to need Judy Eliva Fernandez down in those final few minutes. She offers the most size on the floor, full stop for Long Beach State against a very tall, very physical Sacramento State team that has dominated the paint today, leading that points in the paint battle so far tonight by a considerable margin.
Play getting physical here. The officials just stopped things and went into a collection of 8 bodies to try and tell both players on both teams to take their hands off one another.
And still physical up here. It's a high stack look for Sacramento State. Everybody crowded around inside the three-point line, but also beyond the free throw line. Officials are going to make sure nothing happens here off this inbound play that could prove to be the difference. Sacramento State still trails by 1 down the stretch here. We mentioned that points in the paint battle. 24 points have come in the paint for Sacramento State. They've got their bigs in the game right now, looking to get them active off this inbound.
Versteeg for the inbound pass. Gets it over to Gray, but it's tipped out of bounds by Jones-Brown. Good active hands. Ball will stay with the Hornets on the baseline.
Yeah, Gray was not the first look. It was JayDe breaking away from that stack who wanted the first look. Sacramento State will run the same play now from the other side of the floor.
Versteeg gets it into the corner to Picton. She drives right in, has her pass tipped, but Taylor tracks it down. Goes right back to Picton on the left wing. She takes it back. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Goes to the corner for Versteeg. She drives baseline. Floater. No good, but a foul. Brenna Pukas with heavy contact there. She gets whistled, and that's her 4th personal. So 2 players for the Beach now with 4 personal fouls. Pukas will check out. So it's Pukas and Eliva Fernandez both in some foul trouble for the Beach.
Yeah, now Amy Wright will have to trust her bench here. Tyra Samuel Afolabi will sub in. The redshirt freshman guard stands 5'7", has seen some playing time. The most we saw of her was in that exhibition game against Point Loma. Now she's going to come in a clutch situation where she needs to play clean basketball and still facilitate the offense.
First free throw, no good. Rims out for Versteeg. She's 3 for 5 from the free throw line, 0 for 7 from beyond the arc. Hasn't been Versteeg's cleanest game of the year. Second free throw up, and it rims around and falls off. Just about a repeat of the one from earlier, but instead Kylie Pepe has the rebound for the Beach. 44-43, Pepe brings it across the timeline through some physical defense in the backcourt from Picton. Pass gets away to Samuel Afolabi. The Swedish native dribbles over to the left wing. Gets a screen from Akkad on her right side. Another screen from Pepe. Samuel Afolabi dribbling. Now finds Akkad cutting. Her layup, no good. Had space, put it off the glass, and didn't even hit the rim. The true freshman couldn't knock down the open shot. Now plenty of space. Versteeg drives in, dumps off to JayDe. She lost it out of bounds. Akkad with the ball. JayDe was holding her face after there was contact, but no whistle blew. And now in the backcourt, Akkad had the ball. A whistle blows, and it's a foul against the Hornets. A block on Versteeg.
Yeah, Rosie Akkad is all over the floor right now. She just smoked the layup. Once again, we've seen it, an issue here in her first season at Long Beach State, just not able to take her eyes off the ground and get them up to the rim. And on the other side, she makes a great defensive play, tries to dribble out of it, is able to draw the foul. She's very lucky. Your center is not who you want bringing the ball up the floor as the Hornets continue to apply full court pressure.
Kenan Kaw passing it in from the baseline, gets to Jones-Brown. Now she's getting doubled, passes right back to Kaw. Kaw gets doubled, picks up her dribble. Slow pass, but Akot able to track it down. Now she gets to the corner for Pepe. They're going to slow it down. Ka passes over to Akot on the left or on the right wing. She drives through, puts up a shot, no good, off the glass again. Layup can't fall for Rosie Akot for the second straight possession. Dribbling now is Picton for the Hornets over to the right wing. Picton crosses over. She's going to drive in now. Kicks out to the wing. Goes to the corner for Gray. Her three, no good. Fighting, and Akot comes away with the rebound for Long Beach State. 44-43. We're 2 minutes into the fourth quarter. Jones-Brown trying to go coast to coast. Misses the layup again. Doesn't hit the rim. Beach 3 straight layups. Can't fall. Now Gray on the outlet. Lays it up and in. A nice assist from Versteeg in transition. And the Hornets have a 45-44 lead.
Versteeg, the all-time assist leader for Sacramento State, pulls out something from her bag of tricks.
Samuel Afalabi gets doubled. Now puts a pass over to the corner. But she gets called for a travel before she could get the pass away. The Beach are going to make a sub. Haley Wright comes in for the first time today. Rosie Akot heads to the bench after a couple of missed layups. Sacramento State with the ball once again, 45-44, the Hornets lead.
Yeah, another change coming here for Long Beach State as well. Out comes Samuel Afalabi, back in Morgan Mack. One thing to watch for Haley Wright. Rosie Akot was all over the floor. Defensively, she was guarding up at the perimeter. Haley Wright needs to stay down low. Her job right now to grab rebounds, to make sure nothing gets through the paint as the Hornets have the lead.
Versteeg with the ball for the Hornets. Goes to the corner for Picton. Versteeg clears out. Picton dribbles over to the right wing. Crosses over between the legs. Now crosses over and drives in, but it's picked off by Jones-Brown. She's got the steal. 2-on-1. Jones-Brown out there. She lays it up and through, plus a foul. Jacoya Jones-Brown puts it in, and she'll go to the line to try and make it a three-point play.
Jacoya Jones-Brown is full of heart and full of hustle. Shows it off right there. Picks off the pass, fumbles for it near half court, and turns on the afterburners. A beautiful lay off the glass and in, and one. A chance to extend this Long Beach State lead. Back and forth we go in the fourth quarter.
It's been a career game for Jacoya Jones-Brown. She's already set a new career high with 24 points. Now she's at the free throw line. It's up and it's good. She's up to 25, 8 for 10 from the free throw line today. The sophomore guard has led the way for the Beach. On the other side, Versteeg drives quickly, kicks out to Gray, who picks up her dribble, now gives it on a bounce to Taylor. She's working on the left block. Fadeaway off the glass and no good. And now a foul gets called on the offensive glass. It's JayDe that gets called for it. Aaron Kalhoff jumping around in dismay in front of the Hornets bench as he didn't agree with the call.
Yeah, JayDe got Morgan Mack in the face coming down. If you look to the Long Beach bench now, Judy Oliva Fernandez out of the game with 4 fouls, is fired up. She's yelling at her team, get physical down low, take the contact, take the fouls. Long Beach State will take any unforced errors that get called in their favor. Sacramento State will still run their full court press, just over 7 minutes to go.
47-45, Long Beach State ahead of Sac State. Inbound pass goes to Jones-Brown in the corner, gives right back to Ka. Kenan Ka crosses over on Gray and now brings it across the half-court stripe. Kenan Ka hands over to Jones-Brown. 18 seconds on the shot clock as the Beach set up their offense. Everybody stationary for now. Haley Wright calls for a clear out, but now she goes up to the top, ready to set a screen for Jones-Brown. Still not a lot of movement. Jones-Brown dribbles over to the left wing, gives to Pepe at the top. Now it's Haley Wright with the ball. Gives to Morgan Mack, cutting baseline. Mid-range shot, no good. Hits the rim a couple times and misses. Offensive rebound, second shot is good. Jacoya Jones-Brown had the ball bounce to her on the long rebound, and then she knocks down the midi, 49-45 Beach.
No hesitation from Jacoya Jones-Brown off the rebound. Pulls the trigger, continues to build on a career night.
Picton gives to Gray for the Hornets. Right back, and now it swings over to Versteeg on the right wing. She gives it the high post, plenty of space. The shot, dump off, it's a travel. One dribble for Salavea, and then she had her feet move before she got the pass away. It's a turnover for the Hornets, Beach ahead by 4.
Salavea couldn't believe she had so much space in the key. Haley Wright was glued to the baseline, and the center caught between two minds, makes another mistake.
Kenan Ka trying to find an inbound pass, just barely does get it to Mack before the 5-second violation. They're swinging it around, and now the pass gets tipped out of bounds. Almost a steal for Natalie Picton. The Hornets continuing to provide pressure in the backcourt. They're going to need to get it across the half-court stripe on this inbound pass. Already 7 seconds have come off the clock. Jacoya Jones-Brown looking for a pass. Gets to Kenan Ka just across the stripe. She's getting doubled. Now gets a pass away to Mack. She drives in, kicks to the corner. Right is going to pull the three. The center can't knock it down. Salavea with the rebound, and an over the back gets called against the Beach.
Salavea stands a towering 6'2", the Italian. She's got experience in the Italian Pro League. She's represented her country at so many youth levels, and now finding her trade at Sacramento State. She's going to be involved here late. Her matchup against Haley Wright is going to be one to watch on this next possession, having just drawn the contact.
It's Sac State with the ball. Picton on the right wing gives over to Versteeg. She drives to the left wing, now goes all the way across to the other side for Picton. To Gray at the top, right back to Picton on the right wing. 14 to shoot, goes to Gray, now to Versteeg. High post, here's a midi for Taylor. No good off the front of the rim. Salavea, big offensive rebound, and now a foul gets called against the Beach. Kiana Salavea continuing to fight on the offensive glass. She draws the whistle.
Apologies, I got a little too hyped up in the moment. Salavea is a transfer from the University of Providence, not the Italian. That's Legesa, number 23. Down the stretch here, so much going on, but Salavea coming off a great year at the University of Providence.
Inbound pass from Versteeg. She's looking for one, now gives over to Picton. Pulls the three and knocks it down. Sacramento State breaks a 2-minute and 15-second scoring drought with a triple from Natalie Picton. 1 point lead for the Beach as Decoy Jones-Brown dribbles it on the other side. Haley Wright comes up to the top. Jones-Brown still with the ball in the left wing. Pepe gets ready to set a screen. Pressure being applied. Jones-Brown gives to Mack. Right back to Pepe. Pepe drives in. Left-handed layup. No good, but a foul. She went up and the layup went off the bottom of the backboard, but Pepe draws the contact and she'll go to the line for two.
We saw Long Beach State in that exhibition game against Point Loma go down to the wire just like this. The only difference that time is they were playing from behind, had to close the gap against Point Loma late. Tonight, they're playing from ahead, 49-48. Huge free throws coming here for Kylie Pepe. There will be a lot of huge free throws just like this as we approach that final buzzer.
This is the first time Pepe's gone to the line tonight. She's got 6 points, 3 for 10 from the field. First free throw, no good off the back iron. Big miss there. Pepe's in her first season with the Beach, the only D1 transfer on this roster newly acquired for the Beach. Second free throw up and no good. It's 0 for 2 on that trip, but Kenan Ka gets the offensive rebound in the left corner. A long rebound and Ka tracks it down. The Beach get a second chance on the possession. 49-48, 5 minutes to go in the game. Jones-Brown dribbles over to the left wing. 7 to shoot. Jones-Brown goes to right at the top. Swings to Pepe. Pepe down low to Ka. 4 to shoot. She puts up the mid-range shot. No good off the back iron, and the rebound comes down for Versteeg. She takes it right across, passes over to Picton, gives a jab step, and goes back to Versteeg up at the top. Picton on the left wing gets a pass. Right back to Versteeg. They're slowing it down. 15 on the shot clock. Versteeg dribbling just beyond the three-point line. She gets a screen now, drives over towards the short corner, drives baseline, dumps it off to Taylor. Taylor, jab step, goes up with a mid-range shot and puts it through. Taylor elevates right over Jacoya Jones-Brown, knocks down the midi, and Sacramento State is ahead by 1.
Sac State backs out of that full court press. Now they're going to defend in a half-court set as the Beach need a bucket.
50-49, 4 minutes and 10 seconds to go. Jacoya Jones-Brown with the ball as the Beach trail by 1. Pepe gets the pass up at the top. She goes over to right. Haley Wright, jab step, got her defender off the ground. Now goes to Mack in the left corner. Back to Pepe. 4 seconds to shoot. Pepe takes a couple dribbles. 2 to shoot. Got to get it off. She scoops the layup up and in just ahead of the shot clock. Kylie Pepe puts it in as the shot clock sounded, and the Beach are ahead by 1.
And that cuts out a 6-0 run for the Hornets over the last 2 minutes. Big time from the transfer. The scoop and score gives the Beach the lead.
Versteeg gives to Picton, right back to Benton Versteeg. She looks for a pass and goes to Picton on the left wing, and now the Hornets will call timeout. Aaron Kalhoff frustrated as he comes right off the bench and gets in the face of Brooklyn Taylor. Kalhoff coaching emotionally here. These are a couple of coaches that are not afraid to wear their emotions on their sleeves. It's a timeout here called by Sacramento State. 3 minutes and 35 seconds to go. The Beach lead 51-50.
Yeah, Taylor getting an earful. She was the one responsible for guarding Kylie Pepe on that last drive. As you mentioned, Bruce, 2 coaches full of emotion, and inside these final 4 minutes, it's going to be all about who makes that final run. We've seen Sac State stack 10 and 7 points down the stretch here. Long Beach State has not gone on a run of their own in a while. Out of this next break, they could use one right here, right now, only up by 1.
Sacramento State talking things over. Good look at the schedule for the Beach moving after this game. They'll still remain home to play San Francisco in 5 days on November 20th, and they'll hit the road up to Corvallis, play Oregon State on the 23rd The conference opener will come after that. December 4th, the Beach will host UC Santa Barbara.
Yeah, that conference opener is going to come thick and fast for Long Beach State. As for Sacramento State, they're going to continue to find their trade against Big West opponents in the middle of a 4-game road trip right now. San Diego State, we've talked extensively about that game on Wednesday. Long Beach State tonight, and then Cal State Fullerton on the 21st. Future opponents of the Hornets in the Big West. They're stacking these conference games here early on before they want to make another run in the Big Sky Conference later on this season and return to that postseason tournament.
Long Beach and Sac State have each scored 7 points in this fourth quarter. It's been back and forth. Both teams headed over in their huddles right now, talking things over. And Sacramento State with the ball as they call timeout, 13 seconds on the shot clock.
Yeah, and one thing that's been so important for Sacramento State so far this season has been their bench. They've outscored their opponents 133-35 for those first 3 games. Yes, that was padded by 70 points they scored in a blowout win against Stenton. But in all 3 games this season, they've scored 20 or more points off their bench. Tonight, they do lead the bench, the bench points category against the Beach 14-2. Look for them to eclipse that 20 mark. That is a real indicator of their success this season. We've had to see so many people step up. As Versteeg has not had a good game, Picton has stepped in to that primary ball handler role for the Hornets. We're going to see who steps up here late as both teams have now broken the timeout. We're set up for a thrilling final 3.5 minutes.
The Beach have been leaning on their starters. As you said, only 2 bench points for Long Beach State so far today, and only 5 players that have even scored. Rosie Akot has 2 points off the bench. That's it for the Beach. Otherwise, it's 4 starters with the remaining points. Jacoya Jones-Brown with 27, Kenan Khan, Kylie Pepe each with 8, and then Judy Oliva Fernandez with 6.
Yeah, Jacoya Jones-Brown set a career-high 19 points against Cal Baptist. This has been an incredible performance for her. We were able to speak to her after the game, and she said her role as a starting point guard has really challenged her to use her voice more this year. The gold mine is going to get loud here in the final 3.5 minutes. Jacoya Jones-Brown is going to need to be the field general for this Long Beach State team. Such a great night, but as Jacoya Jones-Brown said herself, they're just points if you don't get the win.
The timeout breaks now. The Hornets will pass it in from the sideline. 13 seconds on the shot clock, 3:35 on the game clock. 51-50, Long Beach State ahead here in the fourth quarter. Benta Versteeg will pass it in for the Hornets. She gets up near the half-court stripe for Picton. Picton taps the top of her head to call for a play. Gets a screen on the left side from Salavea. Now she's crossing over, drives into the key. Pass goes way out of bounds. Picton lost it as she tried to find her cutter. It's a turnover for the Hornets, and the Beach get the ball back ahead by 1.
Picton, the primary ball handler, Versteeg not having a great game, and that is a costly turnover. Changes now come for the Beach. Brianna Pukas in foul trouble, returns. Off goes Morgan Mack, also on the floor. Judy Oliva Fernandez, 4 fouls for her as well.
Both the Beach players that had 4 personals and got subbed out come back in now with 3:25 to go. Amy Wright willing to bring in her players in foul trouble. Kenan Kott inbounds to Jacoya Jones-Brown. She's getting doubled in the backcourt. She gives a bounce pass to Kenan Kott as they break the press. Kott now gives a pass to Jones-Brown. Pepe almost got in the way of it, but Jones-Brown controls the ball. Dribbling up at the top, the Beach with a couple of players cutting around. Now the pass goes to Pukas in the left corner. Pukas down to Kylie Pepe. Jab step. She goes up. No good. Ball tipped towards the corner, and Pecton tracks it down. 51-50, Beach ahead. We eclipsed 3 minutes ago, and the Hornets have the ball. Picton gives over to Versteeg. On the right wing, Versteeg gets a screen on the left side from Fate. Finds Fate cutting. It's poked loose. Taylor comes away. She gets blocked. Jones-Brown got a piece of it. So did Pepe. And then the ball bounces out of bounds. Jacoya Jones-Brown cannot corral it. A couple more subs get made now. Oliva Fernandez and Pukas both sub out. Mack comes in alongside Wright. So the 2 players in foul trouble sub out for this defensive possession. Inbound pass goes to Picton. Nice jab step. Her midi is good. She pump faked on the left wing, had her defender fly right by, and then she hits the mid-range jump shot. 52-51, Hornets ahead. Pepe on the other side gets fouled. Beach will have it from the sideline.
Big time possession from Sacramento State. And you have to look at who's on the floor for Long Beach off that inbound pass.
And actually, this is going to be 2 free throws for Long Beach State. They are in the bonus.
Very good to note there as well. You got to note who's on the floor for Sacramento State as well. The fouls are going to be so key down the stretch. We will see Oliva Fernandez and Pukas return, but for now, it is Wright and Max still on the floor. Kylie Pepe tonight, 2 free throws on her line already. 2 big ones coming here.
Pepe's first one, no good. Pepe's missed all 3 free throws that she's taken so far today. All 3 of them have come in this fourth quarter. Pepe with 8 points today, goes alongside 9 rebounds. Second free throw is good, so Pepe finally gets the free throw to fall. She's at 9 points in the game. We're all tied at 52 apiece. Versteeg passes over to JayDe. She drives in, spin move in the key. Now goes up with the right hand, puts it in off the glass. Big finish from the forward for Sac State. And now Jacoya Jones-Brown goes down. She's hurt, holding the back of her right ankle. That does not look good. Off the ball injury as Jones-Brown was working to get open.
Jacoya Jones-Brown doesn't go down under a lot of contact.
This is never what you want to see, holding the backside of her right ankle down in that Achilles tendon area. The trainers immediately come on the floor and both teams head to their benches. Jones-Brown is up on her feet and she's walking under her own power. She's going to head straight to the bench, but at least looks like worst case scenario is avoided.
So Jones-Brown goes down after she attempted to stutter step on the sideline to break that full court press.
Jones-Brown will head straight to the locker room. So at least for now, it looks like that she has avoided a catastrophic injury, but she's now out of the game for the Beach with 27 points. She's the only Long Beach State scorer in double figures today. See how the Beach offense can handle without her. They trail by 2. Inbound pass goes to Morgan Mack in the backcourt. They got to break the press. 7 seconds in. They're still dribbling, and they just get it ahead, or across the timeline ahead of the 10-second violation. Kenan Kaw has the ball just in front of the half-court stripe, looks at Amy Wright for the play call. Jones-Brown not able to run the point here. Kaw needs to find a pass, gets to Pepe. 8 to shoot. Pepe crosses over on the left wing, drives in, floater with the right hand. No good, not even close. Doesn't hit anything, and the rebound comes down for Taylor. 2-point lead for Sac State. Picton on the other side. The Eclipse 2 minutes to go. Versteeg on the right wing. Gets a screen from Taylor on the left side. Now gives a bounce pass to JayDe. On the left wing, JayDe right back to Versteeg at the top. 14 to shoot. 2-point lead for Sacramento State. They look to add to their lead on this possession. Versteeg picks up her dribble. Goes all the way across for Gray. Gray drives baseline. Scoop layup. No good. Offensive rebound for Taylor. Second chance up. And a foul is called. It'll be 2 shots from the free throw line for Brooklyn Taylor. She'll have a chance to make this a 2-possession game.
And Brooklyn Taylor was calling for the ball. She's got her matchup down on the block against the 5'7" freshman Tyra Samuel Afalabe. Was able to eventually pull down the rebound off of that mismatch and go back up with contact. A chance now for Sacramento State to make this a 2-possession game.
54 to 52. Sacramento State ahead of the Beach. Christy Reynoso will sub in here. Tyra Samuel Afalabi heads to the bench. So we'll see if Amy Wright is going to have Christy Reynoso run the point with Jacoya Jones-Brown still out after she went down with an injury. First free throw is good for Brooklyn Taylor. Taylor with 7 points tonight. This is her first time at the free throw line. Big second free throw is up and no good. It's short. Offensive rebound, though, for the point guard Versteeg. It's getting fought for. Still down in the paint, fighting away. JayDe goes down. A jump ball is called. Aaron Kalkoff was trying to call timeout, but it looked like they didn't get it to him in time. So it's a jump ball that's the ruling on the floor. Some confusion being worked through. We'll see who the ball goes to. The Beach do have the possession arrow, and we also see Jacoya Jones-Brown kneeling near the scorer's table. She's going to be able to come back into the game. Huge for Long Beach State. Jones-Brown is back in, and it will be Beach ball after the jump ball is the ruling on the floor.
And Long Beach State, without Jacoya Jones-Brown on the floor, was a bit inconsistent getting the ball up the court. Jones-Brown coming off that brief injury. Great to see her return. She's going to be so key with just over a minute to go.
Kenan Kaw will pass it in for the Beach. She slaps the ball and gives it over to Jones-Brown. The Beach point guard back in, running backwards, getting double team, bounces over to Kenan Kaw. Now she picks up her dribble, needs to get it across. Pass goes to Oliva Fernandez to just break the press. 18 seconds on the shot clock. We're near a minute to go in the game. The Beach trail by 3. Pepe gets a pass up at the top. 10 to shoot. Pepe dribbles, now passes down low, and a foul is called before the ball bounces out of bounds. Jones-Brown was working for space on the left block with 58.1 on the clock. It's going to be 2 free throws for Jacoya Jones-Brown.
This is where strategy comes into play, Bruce. With 58 seconds to go, Jacoya Jones-Brown is going to want to knock both of these down. The Beach need to get one more possession, though, to take the lead. The gold mine goes silent.
27 points for Jacoya Jones-Brown. First free throw up and good. So she's out to 28 points on the day, by far career high. Back-to-back games that Jones-Brown has set a new career high after she had 19 on Wednesday. Second free throw, also good. She goes 2 for 2 on that trip to the line, and now Long Beach State will call timeout. 58.1 on the clock, the Beach trailing by 1.
Huge free throws from Jacoya Jones-Brown. Her effort tonight cannot be overstated. Yes, it's the points, but it's also the hustle that she's shown on the floor all night long running the point. And then when she's called upon to cut the deficit with less than a minute to go, she knocks down both of her free throws. Now, this is a huge timeout, not only to get the mindset right for these final 58 seconds, but to figure out who fouls who. Long Beach State does not need to foul on this possession. They can afford to play solid defense for an entire shot clock against the Hornets. Going down the stretch, though, Long Beach State only has 1 timeout left. So you cannot have Judy Oliva Fernandez or Brianna Pukas commit a foul. You also want Brianna Pukas on the floor. We know she's a three-point shooter. Look for her to get a look down the stretch. There are so many things to figure out in this timeout for head coach Amy Wright. This has to be played perfectly for Long Beach State, who have not hit a shot from the floor in the last 3 minutes, to come back and take the lead once again.
Both teams are in the bonus, so the next foul will be free throws for either team. 55-54, Sacramento State ahead with under a minute to go. This has been a nice back and forth game. 9 lead changes all the way throughout, going alongside 2 ties. Long Beach has led this one for 33 minutes and 10 seconds. Sac State only leading for 3 minutes and 55 seconds, but it's the Hornets that have the 1-point advantage here late.
And look who's on the floor for Long Beach State. Jacoya Jones-Brown, Kylie Pepe, Judy Oliva Fernandez, Kenenka, and Brianna Pukas, who has not scored tonight for Sac State. They're going to run out their starters as well. It all comes down to these final 58 seconds.
It's Sac State who has the ball all the way from in the backcourt. Venta Versteeg still running the point for the Hornets. The Big Sky preseason MVP dribbling at the top as she looks to the bench for the play call. They're going to take this shot clock down. Everybody standing stationary. 2 players on the blocks and 2 on the wings for the Hornets. Versteeg dribbling at the top, and now Sac State will call timeout with 12 on the shot clock and 40 on the game clock.
Yeah, what this timeout offers Sacramento State, since they have still 2 timeouts to give, gives them exactly how much time they want on this shot clock. You saw Versteeg take the ball across the timeline and just dribble it out. Sacramento State knows they only need 12 seconds to run a play, so they're going to be able to come off the inbound and get something quick, get the look they want with just 40 seconds to go.
It's going to be a full timeout here for Sacramento State as they draw up a play. Exactly 40 seconds, and the Beach trail by 1. 12 seconds on the shot clock. JayDe, if you're Amy Wright in that huddle, what's the message to your players, your defenders, heading out before this last possession for Sacramento State?
The obvious message here, Bruce, is don't foul, and don't foul if you have 4 fouls. We're going to see who returns to the floor. Brenna Pukas and Judy Oliva Fernandez both have 4 fouls. You know that Sac State is going to run at one of them. Jacoya Jones-Brown, she has no fouls tonight. She would be my choice to get involved and get some contact if Long Beach State has to commit something. But defensively, Long Beach needs to stay sound. They have been so good tonight, denying Sacramento State opportunities in the paint. We know that this Hornets team can shoot the 3-ball as well. You really have to defend everything off of this inbound.
Have to imagine the emphasis will also be on no threes for Sacramento State. They currently lead by 1. The Beach will try to, at the least, hold them to only a 2-point basket here. So the timeout breaks. 12 seconds on the shot clock. Hornets will pass it in from the sideline.
And the Hornets are going to go into a box set. The 4 players on the floor, all on the corners of the key.
Gray to pass it in, gets the JayDe up at the top. 10 seconds on the shot clock as she gives over to Versteeg on the right wing. Versteeg dribbling, goes to work on Pepe, picks up her dribble, goes out for Gray. Gray drives in, fadeaway, floater, off the glass and no good. Oliva Fernandez has the rebound, it's poked loose. Pepe to the ground, it's gonna be a jump ball. Great fight from Gray after her miss to get down and dirty. She forces the jump ball and the possession arrow is with the Hornets.
Ruby Gray quietly tonight has 13 points, but there's no bigger play that she's going to make than that right there. Judy Oliva Fernandez had the ball in her hands, just could not get a grip. And now 20 seconds on the shot clock for Sacramento State. Long Beach State still does not need to foul off of this inbound.
A 5-second difference. We'll see if they think about it. 5 seconds more on the game clock than the shot clock. 24 to go on the game clock. Versteeg with the ball for Sac State. They're going to take as much time off this clock as they can. 55-54. Aaron Kalhoff looking like he's ready to call timeout, but instead they'll run this out. Versteeg dribbles over onto the elbow. Picks up her dribble. Puts it off the glass and through. 5.6 seconds on the game clock. The Beach will call timeout. Versteeg the Big Sky preseason MVP with a huge bucket to put the Hornets ahead by 3.
Benta Versteeg, yes, the Big West preseason MVP, but also one of the greatest guards in Sacramento State history. Their all-time leader in assists. She has double-digit points now in every single game this season. What a moment. We have talked so much tonight about how it has not been her night. She is 0 for 7 on threes, just 4 for 15 from the field, but it's the clutch plays that matter, and Versteeg makes that layup count. Now Long Beach down by 3, 5.6 seconds to work with on the clock.
With the shot clock winding down, Versteeg drove to the right block, faded away, and just threw it up with her right hand off the glass and was able to put it through. Nice move from the redshirt senior who spent all 5 years of her collegiate career at Sacramento State. Now the Beach have called timeout. They're drawing up a play. They'll need 3 here with 5.6 on the game clock. They already had a close loss in this gym earlier this season, lost by 4 to Point Loma in an exhibition game. They'll look for a better finish here. The timeout advanced the ball across the half-court line, so JayDe Oliva Fernandez will pass it in from the sideline. The Beach spread out down along the baseline.
4 low for the Beach. Brenna Pukas is on the far side away from the inbounder. Look for some screen action from Pepe and Ka to get her open and free. It's her or Jones Brown taking this last shot.
5.6 seconds on the game clock. Jacoya Jones-Brown already with a career-high 29. We'll see if the ball gets to her. Oliva Fernandez up to Pepe at the top. Handed right back to Oliva Fernandez. She steps through, tries to get it to Jones-Brown. Here's the triple to tie. No good! It misses off the left side of the rim, and Sacramento State has won 57-54. The Beach were in the lead for over 33 minutes of the game action, but the Hornets make a fourth quarter comeback and take down the Beach 57-54, the final score.
And that was a great play design from head coach Amy Wright. Both the bigs get their hands on the ball. Jacoya Jones-Brown makes a great run, shakes off her defender, is able to put up an off-balance 3 at the very end, and heartbreak for the Beach. Their best performance of the season, full stop. Take nothing away from that, but at the buzzer, the shot just does not fall on a career night for Jacoya Jones-Brown.
Jones-Brown finishes with 29, but it's not enough. No other Beach players get into double figures for scoring. Sacramento State perseveres, and they're able to make a comeback victory, 57-54, the final. Sac State, the future Big West opponent of Long Beach State, and the final time these two teams will match up as a non-conference game. It's Sacramento State who wins it here in the Gold Mine.
Yeah, disappointed faces around the floor. Amy Wright huddling up her team around midcourt, but take nothing away from this performance. We'll say it time and time again. Long Beach has been blown out in their first 3 regular season games. This is the first time we've gotten to see what this team may be capable of come conference play. They're able to hold Sacramento State to a really negative shooting night by their own standards. And despite a few runs in the third quarter from Sac State, the Beach still held on to the lead. An incredible game for Jacoya Jones-Brown all around the floor. Some impressive performances that Coach Amy Wright will be looking to take plenty of positives from. What a heartbreaker at the very end. Long Beach loses by 3.
Sac State shot an even 50% from the field in the fourth quarter, and that was enough for them to make the comeback and pick up the win here in the Gold Mine. The Beach moved to 0-4 on the season. As you said, JayDe, the first 3 losses were all in blowout fashion. This was a much tighter game. The Beach played a much better game, especially on the defensive end, but still just fall short. 2 more non-conference games on the schedule before the conference schedule gets underway with UC Santa Barbara on December 4th. But that's going to do it for us here in the Gold Mine today. The Beach drop it 57 to final score. The final score as Sac State comes away with the win. That'll do it for us here at the Gold Mine. For JayDe Beaudry next to me and the rest of our 22 West sports crew, I'm Bruce Kuntz. This has been Long Beach State women's basketball on 22 West Radio. We'll be back on the air tomorrow at 4 for Beach men's basketball. Hope you'll join us for that, and thank you for tuning in to this one today.